Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you doing, everybody? Hope you guys are doing super good. We're back at it. We're back at it to Kerbal Space Program, at least for a little while, because around in about 3 hours, I think, is the Dragon undocking event. Let me actually confirm that real fast. I think it's 3 hours. Let's see. It says today at 11:05 p.m. Mountain Time. So yeah, in about 3 hours from now should be the undocking of Crew 9, bringing all the astronauts home from Crew 9, including Butch and Sunny. So that's good. You get a disembodied head. Yeah, let me just here. We can change it over here. There you go. Now I'm not disembodied. Hair's looking a little whack. It's very windy here in Colorado today, but you know, hey, that's how it goes sometimes. Been watching a lot of Sam and Colby lately. Hey, fair enough. But anyways, chat, let's pick up where we left off with Kerbal Space Program. I really hope that we can launch our crew today with the first reusable rocket crew launch automated in KSP with Python. It's quite the milestone. We've been working on it probably for like a month, trying to make sure we have all of our reusability infrastructure in place, making sure the code is operational. We have some testing to do. I want to make a checklist to make sure everything in the future is going to be a-okay. So we'll see. Let's go over here to Valentina Kerman, fly and see where we left off. I'm pretty sure everything is in place. We just need to make a checklist. Yeah, I want to make a checklist because, chat, there's a lot of moving parts here. There are a lot of moving parts here. We've done checklists in the past, and man, I cannot tell you how many times they have saved our Kerbals in previous saves. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're definitely going to do that. If I can find it. If I can find my checklist from previously. Stand by. Oh, there it is. I think I found it. Is this it? I think this might be it, chat. Let me see. So this is our saves here. Aha, yes. So we can start with this. We can start with this one from Minerva 1 from our last save that we're repurposing. We need to update it, run through it, make sure everything is good because we have a new pad system. We have a new launch vehicle that's going to be reused again. All of that stuff. So we need to run through this and make sure that it's good. Make sure it's good. What's up, Luis? How are you doing? Test it in production. Exactly. Test it in production. What better way to find mistakes and errors than in production, chat? 100%. All right. So as you can see here, we did this. Yeah. We did this out of necessity. We put a leg to stand on for the tower. Boy, oh boy, does that look not great, but it's necessary because a minor flaw in our tower pad design was the wheels, when the vehicle separates from the pad, dips into the ground and Kraken strikes. And then of course, if we retract the wheels, we no longer can keep the pad upright. It will then tip because the tower is pretty heavy. So yeah, what's up, Methane? How are you doing? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Is it actually St. Patrick's Day? No. Is it actually? Am I living under a rock? St. Patrick's Day. What is the 17th? Well, happy St. Patrick's Day. I am clearly living under a rock. Did not know that. Good thing I've already had my drink for today, but there you go. Yeah. IT doesn't have green on. You know what that means? Yeah, I don't actually have any. No, yeah, I don't have any green on. So, am I okay? I'm okay, just busy, but I'm okay. Thanks to you, I achieved reusability for the first time. Now working on ground vehicles for stacking. Very satisfying. Something I never thought I'd try. That's awesome, Jersey. That is so cool. I hope you, if you aren't already in Discord, !Discord, I would love to see pictures because I think that's the coolest thing. Yes, if the bot decides to work. Is the bot going to work? The bot might not work. And if that's the case, let me know and then I can get you a, a link here in a second. Nope, the bot's not gonna work. But if you're already a part of Discord, definitely feel free to post pictures. That's awesome. All right. Hey, there we go. The bot decided to work. Hell yeah. Good. So, let's see where we left off. We need to move the Kerbals out of the vicinity. That would probably be a good thing. Let's definitely get them on the truck and moved away from the pad to what we call here in Rocket Guy land the ASD, or the arbitrary safe distance. We just need to move them back to some distance from the vehicle. It could be 10 meters, it could be 100 meters, wherever we think we feel safe. But yeah, that's where we need to be. There's the crane, don't want the crane, don't want that. There we go, don't want that either. All right, so this is Mayor Kerman, the mayor of KSC2. We are going to pop you on board. There we go. Names Kerman. And who is this? Omni, okay. So bring names over here to the passenger seat. Very good. And then last but not least, we have Omni Kerman. He'll drive the other truck over. The ASD, yep, the arbitrary safe distance. Gotta happen. We'll probably store this truck so it's no longer in the render range and stuff, but you know what, let me go ahead and do that. So we'll recover this truck and all that, and then we'll move through our operations. What's up, Cobra? How are you doing? They wanted to inspect the nozzles during the live test fire. Yep, I mean, the nozzles are looking good. First, oh, don't hit that, okay, thank you. Was watching the launch from Rocket Lab a few minutes ago. They have good imagery. Yeah, Rocket Lab's launch looked pretty clean for sure. Safe to say Rocket has inspired many to use reusable rockets. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. I think it's definitely really cool to be able to land and then reuse at least your first stage. Next step is reusing second stage, but that's probably not practical for this vehicle. What's on the agenda tonight? Yes, the agenda is what? Multifold? Is that a word, chat? It is a word now. There's many things. I want to create a checklist for this vehicle for launch, because believe it or not, there's a lot of things that we have to work through to make sure the code works with the vehicle after it's been integrated and stacked on the pad. We need to update the code. I need to then test the code for like a simulated launch. We need to revert, and then we need to actually do the mission. Depending on what goes wrong where in any of that could delay things, but I'm hopeful that it'll be pretty, you know, step by step, ferociously towards success. But we'll have to see. But yeah, first step is getting this vehicle out of the way, moving them back to the arbitrary safe distance, which I might honestly move them and recover the truck as well and store the truck just so we have that fewer parts in render range, but we'll see. If the second stage is the Dreamcatcher. No, the Dreamcatcher would technically be the payload, sadly. So unfortunately, I don't think we can make that stretch. Also, chat, for anyone who knows anything about mods, I just downloaded deferred rendering, and I really like the way the game looks. Looks pretty sick. I don't really like how neon green the Kerbals are, I guess, but everything else looks really clean. Looks really, really good. You get that like ray tracing effect. It's really nice. Hey, what's up, Halangar? How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? How goes the modding? So we're gonna put this over here into this small bay. That's where we're gonna keep our trucks and whatnot. Now I'm into making the first stage reusable. Hell yeah. Very nice. There was a light bright spot on the nozzle that was a bit sus. I didn't see that. It looked okay to me. Everything looked fine. I was on my phone when I was watching it, so maybe I didn't see a small thing like that. Did it look concerning, or just like a dead pixel or something? Dead pixel or something. Boop. Just a little boop chat. Okay, so we have 2 crap stored in here. I want to store vessel, the love boat crew. Yes, store. Okay, good. Ah, very nice, Halangar. Yeah, looking forward to that then. Looking forward to that. All right, so now that we've recovered, so we haven't recovered, right? What's awesome about Kerbal constructs is that it actually allows you to store vehicles in assets. So quite literally, that vehicle there, we can actually bring back out and use it as is. So it's actually technically the same exact vehicle. We actually tested this. We're able to land a first stage over here on this landing pad, pick it up with our SPMT, our mobile transporter, right? Wheel it over to the hangar and store it. And then we can bring that vehicle out and it's at the exact same state. So it's like the exact same vehicle, which is really cool. So that means that we can get rid of unnecessary part count vehicles without having to recover and reuse, like in that sense, right? Or recover and redeploy. So that's actually really nice. So let's go over here to this one. We'll go ahead and fly that. We'll probably bring the truck to the ASD point as well. After 5 months, I'm able to catch my Starship stack and relaunch. Only problem, the catch arms take a beating after the catch. Yeah, do they like sag and stuff like that using robotics or anything like that? It could have been a pixel or bright shine off the sun. EJ was looking for faces in the control room. Gotcha, in the mission control room. Yeah, I didn't see anything that concerned me, but like I said, I was on my phone, so you know, small details might go unnoticed on a screen the size of this, right? But so far, as like, did anything happen with it? They call nominal photon kick stage separation, right? So I don't know. Could the XB-70 plane launch a Pegasus rocket or X-15? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know what the payload base, like the payload capacity is of an XB-70. Probably yes, but it's probably impractical, right? Because if you're carrying something like that, you're not going to be able to necessarily go supersonic very easily, right? Because you're just going to have to sling it under the belly. And I don't even know if there's like an attachment point under the XB-70 in order to sling something like that under it. So like technically you probably could, but it would, like, why, you know? It's probably not practical. Structural integrity would be questionable, things like that. Seem to be fine. Yeah, I figured. Cool. I plan on using Kerbal constructs, but I am kind of about it because I feel like their frames would drop. You know, I haven't honestly. So I know it's kind of funny because, of course, right now the frames look kind of bad, but it's because we literally have 1,000 parts in render range right now. I personally haven't really noticed any problems using Kerbal constructs when we started moving all of this out here. So, I mean, maybe, I'm sure there is some detriment, but I don't know if it's like noticeable, like, you know, if it's really something to worry about. But are they still going to launch Pegasus rockets? You know, that's a good question. I don't think Pegasus has technically been retired. I just think it hasn't gotten a contract because it's just way overpriced in comparison to other vehicles with higher payload capacity. I don't think, does anybody in chat know, has Pegasus been retired? It's been quite a while since this last flight, if I remember correctly. But just because it hasn't launched doesn't mean it's technically not going to launch again. Just, I think there are better options now. All right, and we'll bring it in for a stop here, and we'll store the vessel once it comes to a complete stop. And there we go. Cool. But is that what you were talking about, by the way, Rams, with your catch tower? Are you using robotics and after landing everything sags and gets wonky? Or what do you mean by your catch arms take a beating? All right, let's see what we can do, chat. Shall we? Oh, we have a helicopter out. That's cool. I forgot we left it there. Okay, so Minerva 2 are flight ready. We want to fly. We do not want to recover. Oh my gosh, that would be painful. Yes, it does. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to keep that from happening. Do you have community fixes installed? Because I heard that helps with like part drift with robotics. And I have that installed, and I haven't really seen any problems with robotics with like the crane and stuff, but of course it doesn't mean that it's not there. It's supposed to improve robotics and part drift. It doesn't say, I don't think that it eliminates it to my knowledge, but like I said, we've used this crane multiple times in and out and reloading and stuff, and it seems okay, I think, so far. All right, chat. So this is our starting point. This is our starting point. Yeah. So first things first. Ooh, I'm gonna need to turn those off. Okay, yeah, there's things to do, chat. There are things to do. All right, let's bring up our working stuff here. So we have Mercury, Minerva, 2R, pre-flight checklist. So control from here, KRV probe core. I like that. So right now I'm gonna run through the checklist as it is right now and see if there's any changes that need to be made or other things to implement. Yeah. And then from there we can start looking at other things that might have to happen. Improved does not equal fixed completely, exactly. The new Glyn has some sort of wings on the first stage. I see your rocket has them. Is there any benefit to rocket having those structures? Only for reusable vehicles, Louise, and only depending on how much cross range, which is known as cross range, basically the distance your vehicle can glide, how much that's required. So for example, New Glenn's vehicle is huge, and so this actually helps provide a stability to the vehicle as it's flying through the atmosphere, going supersonic, hypersonic, subsonic flight to aim back towards the drone ship. So that's why it quite literally has wings. Falcon 9 is a smaller vehicle and has very large grid fins at the top, right? And that's enough to actually steer the Falcon 9 in to a landing at a drone ship or the landing zone, right? So it just is mainly used for flight. Quite literally flying, gliding the booster back, quite literally for reuse. Hey, what's up, Terrace? How are you doing, my friend? All right, let's see here. One of the things I'm going to need help with when we release Kerbal Colonies is how it performs on lower end systems. I just upgraded, so I definitely not a good measure for performance. Well, I have, so my computer's 3 years old, so I feel like that's a pretty good like middle ground, right? I have a 2070 GPU. I don't even know if that matters for like Kerbal KSP stuff. And then I have like what, an I don't know, i13 or something like that. I don't even remember what processor I have, but it's 3 years old, so maybe I'm a good middle ground to test, because I'd be willing to test it for sure, 100%. My catch arms use 3 big L hinges, and I'm able to catch my booster and ship on 2 if one doesn't lock, but that means it sags. But if all 3 lock, then no sag. Ah, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Do you use a spam, a lock spam on a cow controller? Yeah, absolutely, Luis. Heavy booster does it without wings. The biggest proof that Starship launches are CGI. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the reason why booster I think is able to do it is because it basically flies straight. Like, have you guys noticed? It basically comes straight down. Unlike that last Falcon 9 Crew 10 flight that we got. Like, let's be real. That Falcon 9 Crew 10 launch was absolutely phenomenal. Actually, let me just go to SpaceX. Because if you guys, I pointed it out when we covered the Crew 10 flight. Wait, oh, that's docking confirmed. I was about to say, I was like, is it already undocking? No. Okay, we're good. Where is that particular flight? Ah, I know where we could see that flight. Okay. Anybody, what do you guys think of this? I hear that copying is the best form of flattery. No, but I made that yesterday. Where is, ah, yes, this video right here. Right here, chat. Look at this. Look at this. Let me get back over here to KSP. Boom. This right here. Check this out, chat. That right there is flying sideways like this. Like literally flying sideways like this. Look at that. And then it angles down, turns the engines on, and basically does that propulsive landing burn. Like this thing, yeah, can fly sideways because it has enough control authority with the design of the vehicle being smaller than New Glenn, for example, and very large grid fins. Booster has some of that capability, but if you've actually seen those, like its boost back burn, it almost comes like straight down, and then it, you know, basically comes straight down, turns the engines on, dips towards the pad, and then lands. So yeah. You never seen that before? I literally just made it yesterday. I thought it was funny. I got what would you call it? A artist graphic for the mission control room. I don't want to use the same one at all. No, gross. I don't want to use the same one. That's EJ's thing. But I thought this was funny. So I can actually, so the one that I'm talking about is in that top left middle screen is the exact same flight of the booster that I just got. Smart, efficient way to slow down. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, very true. It's very true. Really good CGI. I've watched them render it in real time while I was in Brownville during Flight Test 3. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really cool. That looks amazing. I'm so glad. Yeah. It took forever to get the freaking like screens working. Like, oh my gosh, such a pain, chat. Such a pain. Belly flop into the atmosphere. Yeah, 100%. My best catch is in my Starship in Duna video. I'll have to check that out. I have to definitely check that out. You should use that background with all your highlights. Ah, that'd be interesting. That would be interesting, yeah. Huh. I'll check that out, Ram. Like, basically, switch it out with this. Basically change this screen to be like an empty control room that says like stream starting. Right, something like that. But I like this one because you can see in the very, very back here is a little Kerbal blinking in astonishment. And then you, of course, have the Kerbal over here taking notes. Professor Kerman, if you will. In the trajectory shown by Flight Cub, it can be seen that in the last few kilometers of altitude, it glides a bit. Which one? The booster? Yeah, probably when it gets into the thicker atmosphere for sure, yeah. Do it? Yeah, maybe we'll try it out. Maybe we'll try it out. Alrighty then. So yes, where were we? Aha. All right, control from here. KRV probe core, that seems good. Change name of craft and priority set to base 20 for Mercury shuttle probe. Set control probe core tag to control point. I like it. Change name of M2R upper stage to lower priority. Remove M2R upper stage tag. Ensure control point is not set. Ah, that's interesting. Okay. Ensure all control surfaces of the shuttle are locked out. Ensure RCS on KRV is locked out. On KRV. Ensure RCS is locked out. Check abort system activation on abort action group. Open abort motor valves. Unlock the tanks. That all seems good. Has been refitted with parachutes. If we're reusing, that's actually something I haven't really tested or thought about, chat. We could actually reuse the shuttle. We could land it over here. Build a truck that goes and picks it up. We actually already had that truck from our last save. Goes, picks it up, wheels it all the way over here, and we can restack. Supersonic retro propulsion is the longest Twitch name, pretty much, yeah. Are almost better than the launches now, isn't it, Pine? Yeah, 100%, 100%. All right, like I said, I want to build a checklist here, a pre-flight checklist to make sure this goes off without a hitch with our code. But we'll have to see what all is going to have to happen here. All right, ensure KRV has been refitted with parachutes. Open all RCS tanks on first and second stages. Open all propellant tanks, fuel oxidizer on first and second stages. Ensure entire first stage is fully loaded with prop. Ensure entire second stage is fully loaded with prop. Engine checkout. Yeah, that's good. Rearrange stack, aka check your staging, right? Confirm action groups are set. This might actually change because now that we are using a reusable rocket, we're gonna have different action groups. So, well, maybe it's fine actually. We'll just have to add the ones for the reusable stage, but So far as everything is fine, it shouldn't matter, because by the time we're using them for the first stage, it'll already be separated from the shuttle. So we'll have to see. We'll have to confirm that for sure. Do you have abort code in your scripts that separates like Dragon Capsule? Would be cool to watch you test that. Yes. You know what? Thank you for asking about that, because I do have that, but from some testing in last stream, I don't think it's working. Oh, thank you. It's updated. Great. Thank you. Yeah, so I have an abort criteria that says basically jettison the shuttle under its, you know, thrust when we achieve, basically when the vehicle starts flipping over, so when we achieve a maximum off angle of 20 degrees. But I'm pretty sure we have tested that just by happenstance of launching it off the pad one time, and it never executed. So maybe we will have to test that, aka. Yeah, maybe we will in fact have to test that. Confirm KRV and M2R are go for launch. That's where your chat comes into play, I think, right? No, go no go poll. That's where that is. Okay. Open VS code. Confirm GNC is initiated. Rename root vessel is set to KRV shuttle. Vessel name set in 0.2. There it is. Okay. Confirm control point set to KRV shuttle probe core, set target, inclination, altimeter bias, payload liquid fuel, final review of GNC, open aero GUI data panel. That's not really necessary anymore, but maybe it's good to do. Confirm initial angles of vehicles are within nominal parameters. What are said nominal parameters? Who knows, but so long as they're within undefined nominal parameters, that's okay. Open and pin KRV probe core, confirm expected launch time, update all files, mission logs. Okay. So, I mean, I think this is actually all that we pretty much need. So that's good. That's good, chat. Yeah. Let's see. What do I name? A CEV. It's the crew exploration vehicle, right? CEV. So everywhere I have KRV, I need to change it. Just to be, no, it is KRV. Okay, I did keep it. CEV is our Orion capsule. That's right. Good. Okay, well, let's run through it and see what happens, right? The Nat Geo called Mars? Yeah. 100%. And yes, the more toaster PC, the better. My goal was hopefully having all this running with minimal overhead so that anyone can use it. Nice. Yeah, that's good, Halengar. That's very good. That's very good. Abort system doesn't need to work as long as the pilot believes it works. It serves its purpose. Nick, oh my goodness gracious, that is actually horrible, but I like it. Okay, let's figure things out here. So, for Minerva 2 KRV, let's change this to be KRV, since we can actually have it be whatever we want, technically speaking, so long as our checklist tells us to. So change name of craft and priority set to base 20 for KRV shuttle probe core. There we go. I'm just updating the thing as we're going here. Okay. So let's bring that over here. Let's run through this checklist, yeah? So, pre-flight checklist. Step 1. Control from here, KRV probe. So we do have a probe core in here that we should be able to grab at some point if it will let me. Doesn't want to let me. Oh, it's right there. Oh, there it is. Cool. KRV shuttle. So let's go ahead and do, so that's already named control point. Perfect. We also want to do configure vessel naming. That is priority set to 20. And we just want to call it KRV. That's a base. Accept. Excellent. All right, next step, chat. Change name of craft and set. Oh, we just did that actually. Oh, did I? I don't think I did the first step. Is it bad if you do a checkpoint out of out of step? Probably. We want to control from here. There we go. Control from here. Set and check. Set controlling probe core to control point. We did that. Change name of M2R upper stage to lower priority. That means we got to come under here If you're asking why all of this is necessary, or if all of this is necessary, unfortunately, it kind of is. Because the code needs to be able to understand which vehicle is which. And yeah. So this is how we got to do it. You know what? I really hate that you can't. You have to like aim camera in order to change your camera settings. It's kind of obnoxious. Like I want to aim at a very specific thing, but you won't let me. Okay, so here maneuver to FS seems fine. Let's go ahead and configure vessel naming. It's a base level 5. That's totally fine. Good. No name tag. Excellent. We actually have never used KOS. Yeah, this is KRPC Python. Yep. I have never touched KOS. Come on, give me. Wait, where is it? Ah, there it is. Is that it? Yes, yes, good. So let me see. I want to change name tag. Change name tag. There we go. And accept. So it's going to be called nothing, and you're going to like it. Configure vessel naming. Change that down to like 10. Sure, whatever. This needs to be lower priority. Excellent. All right. That should be good. Yes. Ensure all control surfaces on KRV. Oh, you know what? I need to. Yeah, we're gonna make a 23 or 2.5 rather. Change name of MR first stage. Lower priority, just to make sure. Okay, because this code or this checklist that we're testing here was from a previous save where we weren't using reusable first stages, so we didn't actually have any probe core to worry about on the first stage, but now we do, so we got to add that step in. Will we see Starship supply space station? Starship, yeah. What Ram said, Starship actually is a space station. Believe it or not, Starship has a larger volume capacity or capability than the entire ISS. So, you know, that should tell you just how big Starship is. Yeah, Starship is too big to dock with the ISS, but not for Gateway, which is funny to think about. All right, ensure all control surfaces are locked out. So quick check on that is good. The other check that we can do, we need to make sure that this is inactive. Yes. No, sorry. Inactive. There we go. There we go. All of that should be inactive. So we'll actually add a 4.1, or maybe we'll add a 3. Yeah, we'll add a 3.1 here. Or 3.2. So this is going to be what, 3.1? All right, 3.2. Ensure all control surfaces on M2R first stage are locked out. Ensure RCS is locked out. Check. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Check abort system activation on abort action group. Is that why it wasn't working, I wonder? Is it not set to abort? Well, that could do it. Well, it wasn't oh, wait. Where's the separator? Are you separating here? Oh, it does have. Okay, they're just inside of this and I can't see. Okay, so I think that is actually working correctly. Right? Aha! So it is working. I think. Therefore I am, chat. Where is... So that's deploy. Okay, decoupler, and then those are, yes. So that is working, actually. That's good. Okay. So that is actually set. Good. Open abort motor valves in case of abort. So that just means turn that on. Make sure that these are turned on. In particular, oops, don't need you anymore. In particular, this guy, those are in fact on. Very nice. All right, KRV has been retrofitted with parachutes. Open all RCS tanks on first stages. Open all tanks on second stage. Yep, those are all open. These are all open. First stage is actually already mostly full. That's interesting. I guess I already did that when we were testing. Ensure entire first stage is fully loaded with prop, and then second stage, so we go into prop load now. That's fine. We do that. Do we do this? All right, prop load. Did you learn Python before KRPC, or did you learn it for this purpose? Yeah, no, I used it for, oh yeah, I've known it for a very long time. I've used it for my job, my day job. I use it for school, all that jazz. Yeah. I'm certainly not the best at it. Like, I don't use best practices probably for coding, but gets the job done for what I use it for. And each server instance control a separate crap. Just curious if anyone knows. You know, that's a good question. I've never tried multiple KRPC instances or servers. What I have tried successfully is that you can multi-thread with Python threading, and you can control multiple things at the same time with different threads. But I actually haven't tested. Huh. It actually might be simpler than doing threading if that's how that works with servers. Probably definitely do that. That's actually a good thing to test, Naps. I hadn't thought about that yet. Worth the test anyways, right? Question, can Python still work if you are not controlling the vehicle, like a double booster landing? KRPC connects to the game, and game can only be focused on the vehicle at a time. So you can, you still have to work within the confines of the game RAM. So you can actually, as I have tested, fly multiple vehicles at the same time using threading, or potentially even using multiple KRPC servers that you create. But if you go out of physics range of either vehicle while in flight, you're not controlling your vehicle anymore. So it still works within the confines of the game, like render range, physics range, and things like that. But so long as you're in physics range, which I think in like a, what would you call it? In flight is like 5 kilometers or something like that. So fairly far, but also not super far that you can just like completely fly something into orbit and land something at the same time. But yeah, it does actually allow you to control multiple vehicles. I sent your GitHub to DebBuddy as a Halloween prank. You said that's funny. What was the the horror? Yeah, exactly. The horror, right? 100%. Yeah, for KRPC, yeah, I'm like, I don't care. I'm just gonna make this big monolith and just copy things around. Who cares? So long as it works. So long as I know what's up. Yeah, what is Python best practices for coding? What is clean code? Absolutely not. Who cares? The horror, yeah, the horror. The horror. Okay. Yep, that's all good. Confirm action groups. I think they're fine. We'll test that and figure it out if they're not. Never mind. I'm not going to be lazy. We should never be lazy, chat. Do not cut corners, all right? That's what Wendy's is all about. Wendy says, do not cut corners. But we're not gonna. That looks fine. That looks fine. That looks fine. Robodobadine, docking. Yep, that looks good. Oh, that looks fine, fine, and dandy. All right. First stage separation push rods. KRV RCS toggle. Do I actually have the KRV RCS toggle? I do. I do have KRVS. Yes. Excellent. Split flap speed brakes and deployment. Yeah, that's good. Your GitHub is better than mine? Well, I will take that as the biggest compliment. Excellent. Because for me, coding is secondary to my job. So, like, I know how to do it. I can do it well. But at the same time, I do not, like, what is clean code? Nah, monolithic all the way. Comments that make no sense. It's fine. It's good. Like I said, as long as I know what's going on. Keep everybody else confused. All right. Open VS Code confirmed. GNC is initiated. Rename root. Yes, that's what I want to do here. Bablam. KRV is good. Target inclination, that is set. Then we want altimeter bias. Altimeter bias is probably fine the way it is. It's not a big deal right now. Payload liquid fuel, I think, is fine. That looks good to me. Final review of GNC. Okay. I think we're good. Turn on Aero GUI data. We're 0.4 degrees off. I think that's okay. Right, chat? That seems arbitrarily safe. And we're all about that here. We're all about that here. Search for Minecraft big reactor control. Roast me. I'm what? Spaghetti it. I like to think I'm a little bit better than spaghetti code, but it probably is just a maybe more evolved form of spaghetti code. Like, I at least put things in files that make sense, right? Like, I have all of our launch utils in the same file that just does like utility calculations or things like that, or like reusable common things I want to do. I have our like final second stage terminal guidance in a separate file that can be reused and called for any vehicle. So I do things like that. But for every vehicle that we have, right? For every vehicle that we currently operate, I have a separate file for, which in reality, if I was really smart, I would have like a text file for, you know, the different parameters, and then a single code that just runs the parameters of the rocket based on that text file, right? Like that would probably be better. So I don't have to copy and paste and reuse and like, you know, code duplication and whatnot. But lasagna code, yeah. Lasagna code, I like it. There's layers to it. Yeah, it's not all just tangled. There's layers. I like it, layers. You know what else has layers? Cake. Everybody loves cake. Cake's got layers, chat. Yeah. In my defense, that's the product of 7 different devs all working for the first-ish time with Lua. Yeah, no, I don't know Lua. I've heard good things, but no, I don't. No, I'm good. I'm good with Python and Rust. And C. I dabble in C here and there because embedded systems working with Rust, you have to kind of know C. But other than that, absolutely not. No, I'm good. Y'all are using commons? I just make myself have to trace my own code later. Well, you know, according to clean code, right, you shouldn't have to really ever use commons because your code should be readable as is. Right, Cheeseburger? Yeah, that's all you're saying you do. Yeah, that's all you're saying you do. You just make incredibly detailed, well-named variables. Yeah, onions, ogre sediment, yeah. Yeah, parfait. Everybody loves parfait. All right, chat, I like it. I think we're gonna run through it and test. First things first, though. No, you know what? We'll do it after. I was gonna say, first things first, let's just launch it and see what happens. But that sounds like not scientific, so. You know what we did not do, actually, technically speaking, as a part of our code is, no, that's fine, is checking our staging. I think we already did this, though, to be fair, but it's probably good to confirm that. Yeah, that seems good. Seems good, seems nominal. Seems normal, chat. Alrighty, then. We're gonna F5 right here. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, nice, Warlock. Okay, there you go. All right. What can possibly go wrong here, chat? Absolutely nothing. Nothing, I say. We should technically just be able to hit the launch button, right? Right, chat? I mean, according to our step-by-step process here. Right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong, chat? I don't think I am. You know what? We're going to hit the go button and just see what happens. What's wrong with that? All right, I have hit play on the script. And we're go for launch. Stand by for calculation of flight azimuth. What could go wrong? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine ignition, and separation. Uh-oh, we're in danger. No, we're fine. All right, we're good. Yo, Code Man coming in with a raid. What's good? How are you doing, Code Man? Wow, that went surprisingly well, if I do say so. Initiating lag sequence, 100%. Yeah, that was super laggy. I have learned at one time or another, COBOL, nice, basic, yep. C, C++, macro, macro assembler, ugh, why? Naps. Why? Perl, Python, Bash, Sed, and Awk. You know, I haven't heard of Sed or Awk, so that's Awk. Yeah, that's awkward. Did we have a go, no-go sequence? This is a simulation. Chat, you know how you can tell it's simulation because it says simulation mode right here. That's how you can tell. I'm just kidding. I just put that up there. But Perl is duct tape for the internet. Perl is duct tape for the internet. You know what I have learned recently? Well, not recently. You know what I have definitively learned, like 100%. Fortran. Fortran is alive solely because of the aerospace industry. That's it. Fortran should no longer exist. But guess what? 30 to 30 years ago, NASA and some other companies operated in Fortran, and those codes are the only thing that work. That has yet to be ported over. What? Why did that just happen? Okay, see, this is the point where our Miko, or no, I'm sorry, our abort controller should be initiated. It is not, sadly. What happens if I do this? Yeah, this is less than ideal, I must say. Oh, we're fine. So yes, oh, okay, code is still running, but it has not detected the aborts for some reason. Okay, well, that's fun. All right, well. Yeah, a little loop-de-loop, yeah. Because it was fun, never said I was normal. Oh, that is, yeah, that is, ooh, that is, nope. You get that out, I don't want that, don't bring that evil up in here, Naps, absolutely not. Macro assembler is fun? Questionable life decisions there. Your COM is off a little bit. COM, no. The center of pressure, though. Center of pressure is to be desired, that is true. Center of pressure, yes. Center of lift, or sorry, center of mass should not be. Center of pressure, though, very, very off. That was close? Nah, I don't know what I'm at. This is totally fine. Totally within nominal parameters. Totally nominal. Don't kill you. Nah, I wasn't even in the cards. Not even close. Not even close. Oh, that. Where did that land? I don't know. Don't care. Why am I hearing explosions? Is it landing on land? Oh, it's over there. For a second, I was like, is the thing that we just launched landing on land? Because it shouldn't be. Technically, it shouldn't be, but it was. You knew assembler when you were a kid? Ugh, gross. I mean, I guess everyone, gotta start somewhere. Oh, nice snaps. Yeah, that sounds about right. Is a 40-degree pitch angle acceptable, chat? This seems excessive, but necessary. A fairing, perhaps? I don't want to encapsulate a crew vehicle in a fairing. That's not done in real life for anything except for Soyuz, but technically Soyuz has an integrated escape system with the fairing, so it's kind of acceptable. But realistically, with something with wings, you do not want to encapsulate it in a fairing, as you would have to rely on that fairing to separate. It's kind of a plausible realism sort of thing. What is... Well, that's not normal, if I do say so, chat. The booster is still standing. Look at that. What the heck is that? Huh. Well, how about that? Lawn dart. 100% lawn dart. Yep. The torch calling all Kerbals from miles around. Come to KSC. When will it run out of fuel, though? That's the question. Fireworks. Yeah. Is it just gonna stay like that because it's technically not in physics range, so there is no fuel calculation happening? Is that what's happening here, chat? It stuck the landing, 100%. Time to go out there and reuse it, chat. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. It's too far away where it's still in render range, but it's not in physics range? Like, how long are we into flight here? Oh, it doesn't say. Because I mean, it should have a decently long burn time, right? But at the same time, this long? Seems like the booster doesn't need landing legs. Yeah, questionable design on my part giving it landing legs. Had I only known, chat. Had I only known. Obviously, there's no ullage. You think that's the problem that we have, Naps? Is that it? Gondor calls, yes. Light the fires. Light the fires across the mountains. Why hasn't SpaceX tried this approach? I don't know. Should definitely send Elon a X post. SpaceX needs access to this fuel. Yeah. Oh, uh-oh. I switched to it. I wasn't actually planning to switch to it, but we're here. It seems I have glitched the game because I have now switched to this. It's saying it's not using any fuel. Is this on? Oh, it's not even on. I see. So what state is this craft? Is there a null reference? Uh-oh. Surprisingly, it's not a null reference. Oh, I saw one. Oh, there's another one. Okay, so I guess there is a null. Oh, there's another. All right, so there is a null reference. Yeah, 100%. There's definitely a null reference happening here. That's good to know. That's fine. That's fine, chat. What happens if I? Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to say, what happens if I cut throttle? No, the throttle has already been cut, actually. Do any of the action groups still work? Robotic part is locked. Well, that worked, I guess. Okay. Well, I found out something I need to add to this. Yes, I found something I need to add to this. Where do I want to put it, though? Probably before prop. Yeah. All right, so 3.3. Ensure first stage landing legs are unlocked and it's just unlocked. And lock spam cal is off. Good. Boom. All right, well, you know what? We're just gonna bring it back, chat. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring it back. Ray tracing the nozzle bloom, yeah. What is the top of that rocket constructed from? Probably xenonite, if I had to guess. Yeah. Anybody reference on that one? All right, let's try that again, yeah? Let's try that. Let's roll it back. Roll it back. All right, also something is going horribly wrong with our Miko condition. So abort criteria. Where is abort criteria elsewhere? 10. Well, that would explain that. Yeah, that would, I would have to say, no, that's fine actually. No, standby. That actually might be fine. But I just name it something else, yeah? Apoapsis, Max Excel. Abort system. Is abort installed? Abort criteria. Is abort installed? Abort criteria. That should be totally fine, right? Minerva. Mission params. Upper stage. Miku condition. Oh. Well, that would explain that, I suppose. That would explain that. Aha! Abort criteria. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, is abort installed going to equal is abort installed? Yes, of course. And then abort criteria going to equal abort. Yes, of course. There we go. That should do it, chat. That should totally do it. Great. Grand. Wonderful. The other thing to think about, chat, is how are these on control authority? 60%, huh? 30%. Okay. Bring you up to 62. And out of curiosity, what happens if I just bring you up a little bit? Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit, chat. Let's see. Does that improve things? Or not? Also, we could probably benefit from something here. Check that. That's all good. That's all fine. Let's do that as 90. That would probably be good. That would probably be a good start. Yeah. Probably be good. That would probably be good. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens. Let's make sure everything is good to go here. That seems fine. And let's just go ahead and launch it again. Round 2. Ever played Astroneer? I have. It's been quite a while though. Xenonite is from the book Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. It's scraping a little bit there. Scraping a little bit. Warlock. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens here. So this, can we unlock? And it's going to be fine. Oh, no. Ah, the cow controller. Yes, but of course. Cow controller. This one? No, not this one. That's the first stage overclock. Where, oh, where would that cow controller be? It is somewhere. It's somewhere in this mess of parts. But where, I do not know. Not that one. It is here somewhere. But where? Aha! I found it. That one. Play. Pause. Wheel it back. There we go. Good. I want to see why and where it flips out of control here. Oh my gosh, it is. Yeah. You love that book? Indeed. It's quite good. I can't wait for the movie. The movie, if you guys didn't know, Project Hail Mary is coming out next year. They're already making a movie of it. With, gosh, what's his name? Why am I blanking? He did The Notebook. Why am I blanking on his name? Guessing when the wings lose their authority? I don't know. I'm looking at it here. I may need a slightly aggressive pitch angle here, because that would be governed by our staging velocity here. Or maybe even too much of a throttle down or throttle up here. We're already throttled back up, so that should be fine actually. Either that or we just didn't have enough gimbal authority on our engines, but I guess we'll find out here momentarily. I hope it's written well. You know, with a book like that, I almost find it hard to believe that they can mess it up. Gosling, yes, thank you, Intense, thank you. Yeah, Ryan Gosling. Apparently, I think is the lead actor in that movie for Dr. Grace. But yeah, like the book is fairly simple in its writing style. You know what I mean? Like it's all narrative. It's like all one person thinking and talking. But I almost find it hard to believe Hollywood can mess up that kind of story. But you know, actually, I guess. Uh-oh. Ooh, I need to have a look. Yes, of course. Oh, did it actually shut off? Oh, it did shut off. Interesting. Okay. Well, there's our abort sequence, chat. See if we can't bring it back, yeah? It's a good abort test, I suppose. I have no idea. Where does this leave us? We're not getting back, are we? Maybe, actually. Maybe. If anything, we can divert to the island airfield. It's because it failed at second stage, and my code right now basically ends at second stage. So that way we can control the first stage for boost back. So that's why the abort didn't work. Because the code already exited, essentially. Oh yeah, for books like, see, that's what I'm saying though. Like something like The Hobbit though, in my opinion, is an incredibly complex piece of literature. You know what I mean? Like all the details and everything like that, and all the different dialogue and things happening, and the magical aspect of it. I think like something like The Hobbit can be difficult to do for sure. I hope the CGI looks good. Me too. I hope Rocky looks good. Rocky's adorable in the book. What do you want? That's right. Abort system function? Yep, it did function. It was actually okay. I wonder if we can make it back. Like, this thing doesn't create a lot of lift, but it might create enough here. We just gotta turn around while plummeting through the atmosphere. We're remaining pretty stable here, which is nice. If I can just pull out of this dive, that'd be great. We're basically we're belly flopping right now. But wow, we are very stable actually. That's both a good thing and not a good thing at the moment. We'll make it back? Yeah, I think so too. If I can just hold this attitude and really bring that velocity vector up. There we go. Yep, seems okay. And then, like I said, this thing, like the real life shuttle, this is designed off of a real life concept. Uses parachutes to land, so like no matter what, we're basically fine. Beowulf was a hard read, yeah. Beowulf was a hard read. Was Beowulf the one that starts off in that like if you really read the original text, it's in that like Germanic ancient Germanic style of talking. Like I remember I had to like memorize like the first 20 lines of something that was like that, and I think it was Beowulf, but I don't remember. Something like "One that opera with the shorter sota." Oh man, it's been so long. I'm surprised I ever remember that. It basically translates to when it was April in spring. It was like one that opera with the shore sota. Kind of fun. Fun to do. Back in, God, I don't even know when that would have been. Yep, it's Old English. Yeah, yeah. Is Beowulf Old English? I thought it was even older than Old English. Like I thought it was like pre-English, but yeah. Look at that. We made it back just fine, chat. Not a problem. Prepare for the worst media coverage of the Crew 9 return ever. Oh, you mean the rescue mission? Just pulling my hair out. You can already tell I'm going bald, chat. Like, yeah, the rescue mission. You know the rescue mission. The rescue mission, chat. They're bringing the astronauts home that were stranded. The rescue mission, that one. Yeah, 100%. Don't me. And touchdown. All right, we're doing good, chat. We're testing on ways not to work this vehicle. Very nice, very nice. So we need a much, we almost need hot staging here. Believe it or not. So Miko, where's Miko? Miko control, control set action group 1. Aha. Clock rate, what, 10. And that's no, that shouldn't have happened, right? Oh, well, I do it twice though. So maybe I actually don't want that. But it's only 10. 10 divided by 50, it's only only a 20th of a second though. That really, well, it seemed to like last for a while actually. Wait, when did we control action group set 1? Oh, was it this one? Set action group 1. That separates. Okay. And we check active vessel. We switch. No, we didn't actually even have to switch. SAS RCS, sleep.1. Activate. There we go. So it's all the way over here. And then we have sleep for 4 seconds. That is not what we want. Wait, wait, hold the phone. Separate. Oh, that's not second stage engine ignition? Wait. No, control action group 1. That should separate. I'm gonna need to fly that again and see exactly what happens. Because it seemed like it was waiting a long time to ignite the engine, but it shouldn't actually wait a long time to ignite the engine. So what is going on? At least space is in the news, I guess? Yeah, I guess. Is that a good thing? It angers me seeing the Crew 10 launch being treated as a rescue mission when they've had return vehicles in September. Yeah, September. Yeah, like late September. Yeah. Crew 10 being labeled as a rescue mission just makes for a good story and sounds better in an article. It does, but it's just so misleading and it's like not even remotely true. Like, why didn't they say that about Crew 9? Crew 9 would have technically been the rescue mission, right? Like, Crew 10 does nothing. Crew 10 just brings up brings up Expedition 73 to relieve the people, to relieve Expedition 72, right? In a normal rotation. So the article really should have been, hey, rescue mission sent on Crew 9, the one that they're returning home on, that has 2 extra seats, right? But, yeah. I suppose it is for the drama. What are you gonna do, right? All right, let's try this again, yeah? I wanna pay closer attention to why it takes so long for the engines to ignite when I don't think it should. I'm just wondering if it has something to do with this. Like, what happens if I change this to like a 1? That's fairing deployment. That's what I'm worried about. If that actually is fairing deployment here, because set action group 1 should be separate. And then we switch. Does it just take too long to check active vessel? Does this just take too long? I wonder if that takes too long. Also, we don't need to print out this either anymore. And I'm not printing anything here, right? No, I'm not. Good. Okay, let's try it again and see what happens. I'll pay attention to this as well to make sure that we hit different milestones. It's all political narrative, maybe. Yeah, I know, I've been following that bin indeed. It is kind of disappointing. It's a recrew, there you go. Yeah, not a rescue, it's a recrew, 100%. All right, well, like I said, we'll see what happens here. What was great is that the last one didn't flip over like previously, so let's see if we can recreate that, I suppose. What engines do I use? 3 skippers. 3 of them in a row. Leg lock spamio. Hell yeah. There we go. Don't need that. Oh, there it goes. Why did it do that? Oh, because of throttle down. It happened on throttle down. Hey, but the abort works. That's good. Oh. Well, that's a good test, chat. We had an error. Check active vehicle for the abort sequence. So yes, we're testing. We're getting everything out of the, all the bugs out. Abort steering. Check active vehicle. Now takes con and desired name. Does not take vessel. Okay, stand by. Wee! This is fine. This is fine, chat. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. This is totally fine, right? Don't you want to be in a shuttle that does... How are you getting an aerodynamic vessel during launch? I know you are aeroshell friction canceling, but no Kraken. It happened. So I don't know what's causing that. I think it's on the throttle down. I think we either have our max Q set too low to where we're throttling down too much and losing it. Oh, I know what happened. I forgot to change our control authority like I did last time. Oh, there goes our torch, our flaming torch, chat. Yes, yes, of course. I wonder if I can land on the road, actually. You think I can land on the road, chat? Without parachutes? That'd be fun. Because we're just testing. There we go. Get on an alignment over here to the road. Excuse you. That was rude. Stop it. You stop it. Oh, it did it again, chat. Something does not like that booster. That booster, really, the game is not having it. Wow, we are going very slow, surprisingly. Oh, cool, the abort works. What are you talking about, Portable Jim? I don't know what you're talking about. Have you ever seen this maneuver, chat? An S-turn, a split S-turn diving towards the runway? This is what you want to see. Why didn't the space shuttle do this? Incredibly efficient. Kerbals don't seem disturbed. Yeah, they're fine. And then pull 5 Gs. There we go on the flare maneuver. Hell yeah. Now we're talking. Now, in before landing gear crack and strike, right? Landing gear crack and strike. Landing gear crack and strike. I'm gonna try to butter it down, but that was probably too much of a flare. All right, and boop. Oh, that was actually okay. Sweet. That was actually okay. I'm surprised the landing gear didn't crack and strike. And then there's the almighty torch, chat, calling all Kerbals within the vicinity over to it. Yes, very nice. The Jeb maneuver, yes, of course. Does anybody happen to know how long a lunar day is? You know, that's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. I do not. It's tidally locked. You know, I was thinking it was like 6 days. So I think I remember looking this up before, and it was like almost a actual week. But like, it was almost like a actual Earth week is a full month in KSP, but I could be wrong about that. So 14 days. Ah, maybe it's 2 weeks. Maybe it's 2 weeks. That would be a lunar month. Okay. So, yes, now I know. I understand it now, chat. I understand it now. This we need to bring up, and this we need to bring up. That was what we had done previously on the last flight. So that was the problem. That was the problem on that go around. All right. Very nice. Let us see what we're doing. Let's bring it back. What can go wrong, Chad? What can go wrong? So the abort works, we know that. We just gotta, okay. Let's make it to the same point that we had. Jed goes first. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, yeah. This is fine. That tower there is to guard the other tower. That's fine. Probably okay. Just a little scrape. It's okay. Hey, what's up, Sai? How are you doing? How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Just a little just scraping the paint off. It's okay. He gets to test all the early missions. That's true. That is true. He does. All right, this should be more stable, chat. Let's see. And what I'm really interested in is how does it perform with the engine ignition on the second stage, because really there should be almost no delay on that as far as I can understand here. Because we have Miko, and Miko just disengages autopilot and cuts the throttle. Probably don't actually need these sleeps in here if I'm being honest. Yeah, I probably don't actually need these sleeps, but anyways, we'll leave them in for a second. Then we set action group to 1, which should separate the vehicle and push it away. Check the active vehicle, turn SAS and RCS on. Probably don't really need that sleep either, to be honest. And then we should activate next stage, which should be engine ignition on the second stage. So that should happen very fast, as far as I'm aware. But I'm just wondering if the check active vessel and control is taking too long to run through. Yo! Impadmiral coming in with a YouTube membership. Much love, my friend. How are you doing? Yeah, become a Kerbal Knot. That's right. Welcome aboard, my friend. How are you doing? Let me know how you want your Kerbal cooked, by the way. For YouTube members, I make Kerbals in my game to use on subsequent missions. So, yeah. Let me know how you want your Kerbal cooked, my friend. All right. Seems good. So by Kerbal cooked, I mean I need the male or female of your Kerbal and what role you want them to be, and your courage and stupidity levels. So if I go into Kerbals here, create, I need these. Male, female, pilot, scientist, engineer, you cannot be a tourist, and your courage and stupidity levels as a percentage, please. And then you'll be on the next mission. Not this mission, but the next one. All right, Miko. Ooh, why is that taking so long to ignite? See, why is that taking so long to ignite? We had Miko good. We did indeed have RCS and SAS turn on, so that's good. Where are we over here, by the way? Standby chat. How are we doing on fuel here? Fuel is fine. Okay. 1 second, chat. Sorry about that. The rocket gal was moving things around and made a big crash. Had to check on her. The sleep 0.01, yeah, I'm thinking that's what it is too. So I'm gonna delete that and we're gonna roll it back, chat. We're gonna roll it back. Also, probably... Oh, you know the other thing is we probably don't actually need the sleep 4 either. Maybe that's fine because everything else should be fine. Okay. And then Miko, honestly, I don't think we need these sleeps either. I'm gonna delete those sleeps just to see. And we'll run that back. Cool. Unkerbled, yes, very unkerbled. Please reinstate, yes, I will, I shall. So I need male, female of your Kerbal, and then your role, so you can be a pilot, a scientist, or an engineer. And then I need your courage and stupidity levels as a percentage. So like 50% courage, 50% stupidity, 100% courage, 0% stupidity, whatever you want as a percentage there. Hell Bundy, you stop it, Terminator. Yes, unmanned. Yes, of course. All right. Very nice, very nice, very good. So make sure that those are set. They are indeed set. I wish I knew exactly what I could do to keep that from happening. I don't know why it's doing that exactly. But it is. Anywho, we go again. We go again, chat. Yep, sounds good. Sounds good, Admiral. Been playing it since it was made. That's awesome. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, I've been playing it since 2016 probably. And yeah, definitely love it. That's fine. It's just fine, chat. Don't worry. That gives for a reason. It gives away for a reason. For that reason, in fact. Anybody know when coverage starts of the undocking? Because it says the undocking actually happens at, what, 11:05 Mountain Time, which is in 2 hours or so. And it starts in 85 minutes. Okay, so it starts 30 minutes prior to undocking. Cool. Very nice. There we go. Answered that question. All right, so we're gonna get rid of the sleeps there and see if this helps at all. You know what I should have done? I should have added a print statement before that just to make sure. Nah, it's fine. Just totally okay. We shall see. Yeah, got rid of the sleep there and got rid of the 2 other sleeps in the Miko control, or in the Miko method. And that shouldn't really be a problem, but at the same time, it adds up to the time, right? And I wonder how fast KRPC is actually able to run with this many parts operating. Because that could also be a thing. We could be bottlenecking somewhere, and so even though we're only sleeping for like 0.1 seconds, we're actually sleeping for 0.5 seconds because it takes that time to clear the message queue of whatever KRPC is running at, since it's all remote procedural calls. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, it's looking good here. We're no longer flipping out of control now that we increase our gimbal authority. Let me actually add that here on our check gimbals. You know what, while I'm at it, let's make sure This gimbal is set as well to 60, just for this test anyways. That's awesome, Halangar. I'm all with it, yeah. I'm 100% with it. I don't know how or if you can like make suggestions or consult on it, but that would be, yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Why is this so long? No matter what, so that didn't change it at all. So is it from... Wait. Am I checking staging correctly? I am not checking staging correctly. Wait. Where is that check state? Where is that check active? And also, what was that? What is that? What is happening? Oh, the RCS ports. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So I don't actually need that gimbal to be that high. So I know what's happening, chat. We're actually turning the engine on here, I think, after 4 seconds of wait. But I don't know why, what is happening over here in the staging as to why that would be a thing. I should have checked that more closely. But it seems like we're waiting for 4 seconds, right? Because that would be 4 seconds. That would be 4 times 50 divided by 50, because the clock rate is 50. 50 hertz is what I'm trying to run it at. Yeah, refresh rate 50 hertz. So that's basically waiting for 4 seconds. What happens if we do just 0.5? Or, you know what, we can just do 25 divided by clock rate. And see if that does anything better, because that should be fairing deployment, but the fairing's not ever deploying. Right, this is the fairing deployment, and so clearly the fairing deployment's not happening. I need to really run that back and see what the heck is going on. Meanwhile, can I get your cooperation here, bud? You feel like cooperating here? What would you be as a Kerbal in the same context? What would I be? I mean, it depends on what you want to do. Okay, so I'll run it through for you, Admiral. In my game, I always tried to have at least one Kerbal of a type on a mission. So that means at least 3 Kerbals per mission, and we usually have 4 on all of my vehicles. I have to have a pilot, right, for obvious reasons, to control something. I have to have an engineer, and I have to have a scientist, which I call a mission specialist. So it really depends on what you want to do. So a pilot will always be the pilot. It doesn't mean that they will always be the commander. An engineer will always be on board to be the chief engineer of the craft. And then of course we always have a scientist for mission specialist reasons in terms of like lore and how I play the game, right? For me, I'd probably be an engineer because that's what I do in real life. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. You can also be a dedicated grounds crew member as an engineer. Meaning that you could always be doing like recovery operations or something like that if you so choose. Just depends on what you want to do, you know? Pilots, of course, in terms of not space, always pilot our aircraft as well. I use a lot of aircraft in our reusability operations. So engineers are always driving the trucks around for recovery operations. So there's different things for sure. Okay, let me see. Let me revert here. My brain is playing Israelites by Desmond Decker and replacing its lyrics. I'm not familiar, unfortunately. I don't get the reference, Terrace. I'm sorry. You love this? Good. Good. I'm glad you do. Glad it resonates. I kept waiting for them to bring it back as Married with Grandchildren. Oh, Al Bundy? Yeah. You know, I haven't seen that show, like any like reruns or any of it anywhere in quite some time. I remember it would always come on early right before school. Like it would usually go Al Bundy at like, say 6:30 in the morning, followed by like Fresh Prince, I think at 7, and then Full House at 7:30. It was like always those 3 in the morning that I would watch eating breakfast or getting ready for school. Ah, good times. Good times. It's on Hulu. Ah, I do have Hulu. Okay, I'll have to check it out. That's actually cool. Alf, you know, I never got into Alf. I don't know if it was just like never, like I've seen it. I know of it. Like I have seen episodes, but I don't know if it ever came on at a time for me to be able to watch it, like before school and stuff. All right, what was I doing? Yes. So that's gonna stay. Let's check our staging here, because that should be good. That should be good. Then we have a decoupler. Then that should be next as an engine ignition. So what is, okay, what is our one set to? Skipper shut down that. Oh. Oh. Why? Well, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I'm going to need to make a note of that, chat. Yes. Okay. Right. That needs to be action group. That would be why. I was assuming, you know what they say about assuming, chat, that this decoupler was action grouped for deployment, and it is not action grouped for deployment. That should be decoupled there. And then that would disappear in our tree. Yeah, that should... Interesting. I don't know why it's not. There you go. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Let's run it back. That should fix it. I mean, yeah, that should fix it. See what happens. Saved by the Bell, the college years. I remember Saved by the Bell. That was also on sometimes around that time as well. It was always like those 3 or 4 shows, like Saved by the Bell, Fresh Prince, Al Bundy, and Full House were always the ones that were on, like in a line back to back to back, like before school, something like that. Yeah, I forgot about Saved by the Bell. Maybe that was on at like 6, Saved by the Bell, then Al Bundy, then Fresh Prince, and then Full House or something like that. Oh, I'm sorry, Imp. Let me get your Kerbal named here. So you're gonna be Imp Admiral Kerbin. Imp Admiral. Imp Admiral. All right, and then you said male, engineer. La 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 la. Engineer, 60% stupidity. I assume you meant 60% stupidity and not negative 60% stupidity. And then 40% courage. 40% courage. It should basically be perfectly symmetrical there. All right, there we go. Courage, stupidity. That seem good to you? Everything's looking good though on the flight here. You must start at level 0. No ifs, ands, or buts. We get to June yet? This is a new save size since I think we last crossed paths, but I don't think you're in this save yet. Perfect, sounds good. Then final check. Sounds good. Brilliant. You have been drafted into the Kerbal Corps. You think you're in here? I think you are too, yeah. You are. Not on this mission though. These are all greenhorns, I think. All right, should be coming up on the last bit. Should be stabilizing for Miko here shortly. Stand by. Full stupid. Send it. You never go full stupid. There we go, stabilizing pitch for Miko. Miko. Uh-oh. Why? Oh, it still does that, huh? Retesting. It's still not enough. I think I need to turn my RCS on as well. Gosh dang it, chat. We're getting there. We are getting there. All right. So I also need Action Group 2 to turn on my RCS on the shuttle. Surprising. Did I? Oh. No, wait, no, that's fine. RCS and SAS is fine. Yeah. Yeah, that should be okay. All right. This does not need to happen anymore. I'll do it manually. We already have RCS set to true. We already have the autopilot disengaged. I'm just cleaning up everything, and then we can get rid of that. Okay. And get rid of that. Okay. Because SAS and RCS should be set to true, so it should always just maintain wherever it is last. That's good. And then I need to set my action group to true as well. Actually do this after we check the correct vessel. Yeah, there we go. All right, well, we're getting there. We're getting closer, like I said. But my goodness, chat. I was hoping that this would be much quicker than this, to be fair. Hey, Blurgert, how are you? You tell the staff to get to work? Good, good. How do you do a proper gravity turn? You know, gravity turns are like a true gravity turn is a little hard to do because it essentially requires you to simulate your vehicle and then close in on a desired initial pitch, right? So how a prepare for flashbang. All right, so how a gravity turn typically works, right, is you have your you have your rocket, right? Your rocket starts off. I don't want to do it like that, chat. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do it like that. I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to do this, chat. I don't know how to do this. Yeah, we'll just do our best, I guess. Just chat, be friendly, okay? Chat, be friendly. So you start off your rocket. You have no retinas. Oof, unfortunate. And so typically how you do a true gravity turn, or at least an easy-ish way to do it, is you would run through simulations to converge on an initial pitch. Because essentially what you should do, right, is if you kind of like zoomed in on your rocket, if you had a perfect vertical, this would be 90 degrees straight up, you would want to tilt your rocket oops, that was the wrong button, at some initial theta naught. Because what would happen is then you should, after that theta naught, if you're always basically holding your prograde vector, that would naturally take you on a trajectory that would be a gravity turn. So like this is something you would have to find through like simulation or numerical methods or something like that. Either that or just, yeah. Because if you aimed prograde without finding this initial theta naught, then you either... what would most likely happen is you would either go way too shallow, and so that would shoot you way up, or you would go way too steep, and you would basically, you know, eventually fall into the ground because you don't have enough thrust to counteract the initial offset angle, right? So it is kind of interesting to try and figure out a true gravity turn, because a true gravity turn is you should basically do a initial off angle. And then this initial off angle would then carry you on a trajectory all the way to do a perfect gravity turn. So yeah, unfortunately, like a true gravity turn in KSP is, or, you know, in even real life, is not just like trivial. It takes some numerical methods and simulations to actually figure out what this value needs to be. Make me an engineer that is ground crew that wants to go to space, but every Kerbal isn't sure I can. So I stay ground crew for a long time, but eventually I get an offer for something and then I go. Okay, okay. I like it. And then become some reliable engineer at space station or plant camp or something, or a planet camp or something. Cool. Sounds good. I like to try and set my angle based on my apoapsis on the orbit menu. So like at 45 degrees at 50 kilometers apoapsis if I'm going 100 kilometer orbit. Yeah, that's how I do it as well. So how I implement my turn, it's not a gravity turn, it's not a true gravity turn, it's not as efficient, is I base mine entirely on a desired velocity for staging. So my staging velocity, I set to 950, and that is, and a perfect staging velocity, how I figured it, would be a 45-degree pitch over at that velocity. So you can imagine if I turned this, if I made this lower, say 550, at 550 meters per second, I'd be pitched over 45 degrees. And how that works out mathematically is a atan2 function of your velocity with respect to your staging velocity. So basically, the closer you get to your staging velocity, if you're at your staging velocity, meaning that atan2 is 1, that ends up being 45 degrees pitched over. And then you can continue going past that as you increase higher than your staging velocity. So that's how I do it. Another interesting way to do it, actually, is math easing functions. There's an easing functions cheat sheet. This is the one I'm looking for. Yes, you could do these as well. Something like an ease out cubic, like you can find just you can basically create your own open loop trajectory, right? You could do ease out quint, and if you click on this, it actually provides you the mathematical function on how to generate this trajectory. And so you find one that you like and you plug it into your Python code or whatever you're using, and it'll give you that nice easy arc. So there's multiple ways to do it. You can either use an easing out function, which creates an open loop trajectory. You can use like basically an atan2 function is probably one of these, honestly. Yeah, there's definitely multiple ways to do it. It's a mega made. That's right. Oh god. Yeah, how about this one? Use an ease out elastic. That seems good, right? Yeah, do this one. Do this one and see what happens. Oh, that'd be fun. Anyways, yeah, there's multiple ways to do it. Yeah, Blurgert, absolutely. Okay. Where was I? Where was I, chat? Ah, yes, we were in flight. And we should still be running, right? Yes, we are still running. Good. What kind of pull requests? Oh, from Kazlo. If you're talking about Kazlo Warlock, he implemented an interface for Grafana. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but I can't get it to work on mine. Docker is being silly on this computer and is not being permitted access to create a Docker machine, so I couldn't use it, unfortunately. And that, and also I tried working with my KRPC is working with Python 3.8, and I don't know, I tried upgrading it to 3.12 and I couldn't get it to work. So there's a few things that I looked into, but couldn't get it to work with his pull requests, unfortunately. But yeah, he made an entire plotting library to interface with Grafana, so we could actually see telemetry and while the rocket's actually moving, which is pretty cool. Like, it looks awesome in the pictures and stuff. Why though? Why though, Warlock? Like, why you gotta do me like that? Why though? All right, looking good, chat. At least the vehicle is stable now. Now we just got to figure out what to do with the second stage. And hopefully the RCS are going to help here. Hopefully the RCS are going to help. The other thing, chat, is for shuttle missions, we might just have to use our booster in expendable mode, because unfortunately we don't have the fuel allotment to do a boost back burn. And get it high enough out of the atmosphere to get out of aerodynamics. I wonder if I can actually burn longer, because we're not very high. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Why did that happen? What the heck? Something didn't activate. I got action group 2. Let's activate next stage. Oh, I forgot. Ah, I forgot to set the action group after we. Gosh dang it, chat. I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. What do you use to be able to program the rocket with Python and run it? It's called KRPC, Castle. It's one of the few mods that I use. In fact, you can see all the mods I use right there. If not RTLS, come down to the island airfield. But see, per my rules, I would then have to figure out a way to go get it. And that sounds disgusting. But to be fair, I didn't think about this before. We are getting much lower in altitude than our other rockets because we're basically maxing out the lift capacity of this vehicle with this shuttle. So I'm wondering if I can actually burn more. Say 1,400 extra units of liquid fuel, because that wouldn't push us too much farther down range for our boost back burn. So our boost back burn is already going to be less than our typical boost back burn is. Let's try it. Let's try and use 400 units of liquid fuel to get even higher in the atmosphere with the first stage engine. Like I said, it might just not even be able to reuse this with the shuttle on top. We're testing this for the first time, so it just might not be possible, because for reusability, I kind of figured it would probably be like a 9 to 10 metric ton maximum capacity for reusability, and the shuttle is like 10.5 metric tons. It's like at the max. So, you know, maybe we're working with borrowed time here. So then if we go here to 2, nope, not 2, 1. Wait, no, decoupler? Wait, so I did do it? Wait, so what happened? Wait. Yeah, no, it is decoupled. So what the heck happened that time? You know, Admiral? Yeah, indeed. What are the rules that I've set for myself? I think I have that as a exclamation point as well. Do I? Do I? Come on, bot. Work with me, bot. I don't. Oh, I do! Look at that. There you go. Okay, I had to do it in 2 messages. Interesting. Okay. It's exclamation point hardcore is what it is. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Warlock, but I also don't know why now that works. Because it didn't before. Like, what the heck? What the heck is going on? Chat? Riddle me this. We have that. We check active vessel. And then we activate next stage. And that should be second stage engine ignition. Should be. But it still lasted way too long. This is getting a little frustrating, I'm not gonna lie, chat, but we'll run with it. We'll see what happens. So that the action group was fine. The action group was fine. I just really want to get this right. I'm a little frustrated that it's taking so long. And scrape the tower as we do. Perfect. Just the right amount of scraping. The previous image I posted is a graphing of the boost back fuel requirements. Ah. Is it now? I get it. I see it. I see it. I get it. Yeah, I see it now, chat. I totally see it now, Warlock. Yep. Yes, yes, I did. While we're waiting, we can do a little in-flight slideshow, I suppose, of our reusability purposes. Aha, yes. So we start here. Yes, we start here, chat. There's our crane and there's our pad. There's our crane and pad. There's our crane and there's our pad. There's our truck. There is the transporter for our first stage. The first stage that we're flying right now. We did this. Yes. Yes. And then we bring it up and we grapple it with the crane. The crane now has it. We move it over here. There's a helicopter. Oh, it's already stacked, and there you go. Boom, done. Easy. Hey, what's up, Joe? How are you? How are you doing, my friend? But yeah, there it is in the background there. So yeah, this is it. The first stage being picked up by the crane. There is what we call the SPMT. Just like the SPMT in real life, except it's not a modular transporter, it's a mobile transporter. A self-powered mobile transporter, I think is what it stands for. Yep, there it is. Oh, and there's our second stage and our shuttle being integrated. There's a truck that we use to drive it around. There's after stacking. Yeah, we have all of that working pretty well. And after all of that, there's our crane and our pad. Yeah, crane and pad should be reusable as well, which is nice. Yeah, Warlock. What will you name the rocket that eclipses Max Serva? The Plus Serva. Yeah, you know, maybe. Maybe. Or the double Max. I don't know. The Big Max. The Big Max Serva. Alright, I'm really interested to see what happens here on set. Because we should have engine ignition right now. Right now! No? We were stable there. Oh, so that was it, chat. Alright. Let's leave that there. And let's move this back. Hello? Game? Please? Game, please? Game, please? Game, please? Stand by. Something like that. Switch back. All right, let's see if we can do this, yeah? I don't know if we're gonna actually be able to do this, but it'd be cool if we could. I don't know if I brought myself enough time to for that boost back maneuver. Like I said, we're basically... We'll see. I don't think I bought myself enough time. 28 seconds? Yeah, I don't know. We're already got a good apoapsis though. Let's see. Let's go totally horizontal, get as much horizontal velocity as we can. Also, let's go ahead and jettison that. All right. All right, we'll see. Yo, what's up, Joe? You're not following? Yes, for shame. For shame. How are you doing? Hope you're doing swell. The Mega Serva. The Megalodon. Megalodurva. Yeah, so we have the Minerva, the Maxerva, the Megalodurva. Who knows what? Who knows what? Hey, yo, and Joe coming in with the subscription. New tier 1 sub. My goodness gracious. Well, much love to you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so very much. All right, we got a really good app WAPS. It's almost too far, in fact. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna switch to chat. Oh my god, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Is this it? Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Where is it, chat? Minerva landing? Is this it? Stand by. So we're gonna pause for a deep breath. That's what we're gonna do. Deep breath. Not gonna panic. Nobody panic. Okay, nobody panic. All right, so I just want to make sure. That's not it. 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 Pretty sure this should be it. Minerva landing. This should be it, yeah? Corrected compute LOS, line of sight angle, LZ1. We're gonna be aiming for LZ1. Are we aiming for LZ1? We should be aiming for LZ2. Oh yeah, that's right. LZ1 is over there. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's run it back. I was gonna spin this around real quick. Get us prepared for entry. Let's hit the go button. There we go. Retract. All right, baby, we're flying. You feel better now? Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Joe. You're not panicking? Good. Okay, nobody picnic. Okay, thank you. Nobody picnic. This guy's amazing. Can we all agree? Well, I appreciate that. I think you're giving me too much credit, but much love. All right, we'll see. We'll see how it handles the flyback here, and if we have enough fuel. I have no idea if we have enough fuel, chat. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna have enough fuel, but we'll see. It's flying to the landing zone. The strongest metals are forged in a dumpster fire. Oh, okay, fair enough, I guess. Is that a good way to look at things, maybe? It's gonna be sketchy? It's gonna be very sketchy. No. Come back. No, come back, please. Okay. Stop. Pause. Bring it back. Okay, good. And I need to unlock. Okay. I think we're okay now. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're fine. It's still flying towards the pad. That's good. We're really burning through fuel, though. It's not great. Hate to see it. Might turn off RCS. I can't turn off RCS. Oh, it's flying, chat. That's our target right there. Or maybe that's our target. No, that's our target. One of these is our target. Where are you going, booster? Sometimes it gets stuck like this, and I don't understand why. It's like it gets gimbal locked almost. All right, well, we'll see what happens, I guess. Yeah, it's like it gets gimbal locked, which is kind of weird. Aw, you gotta be kidding me. Really? Oh no, chat. And shut down. And we're on a hill. Yeah, for some reason it got gimbal locked there, and I have no idea why that happened. I think it's because we overshot our landing zone, and so it had to try and come back, and it couldn't give enough control authority to come back to the pad. Because it does very much depend. I mean, that's why SpaceX like optimizes their boost back burn, right? If you fly beyond your landing point and to try and have the booster come back at it and null out all of its velocity that it's already acquired, I think that's why it gimbal locked there. But you know what? The booster is still standing, is what I get to say to that. We lost. What did we lose? Actually, did we lose anything important? Question? What did we lose? Oh, the struts. Oh, well, we only lost the strut, yeah? Looks like we only lost the strut. And a hinge, which we don't need anymore now anyways. This booster's reusable, chat. Huh. And where are we at with the other thing? Right there. So we just passed. Okay. Huh. If this is what you do to relax, I have 2 other friends in this life that move like this. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Just a little hop for joy. Yeah, I mean, it totally fell from, you know, 15 meters up, but was totally okay. SpaceX really needs to use landing gear like mine. I'm just saying. Like I said, the crush cores absorbed the impact. Truly, it did, actually. It really did. Arguably, that's a reusable booster, yeah. All right, now we got some work to do to put the shuttle into orbit. But we should be able to get it mostly there, I think. Go ahead and use that. Why not? We're past our abort mode, so. Oh wow, this actually got into orbit? Holy cow, chat, it actually made it into orbit. Right? Right? We didn't use any. We did not? Pretty pleased. Pretty pleased. Pretty pleased, chat. Gotta say. All right, now we gotta do it one more time. I know I'm being finicky about this. I do it one more time for repeatability, and then we'll be good. That's the we'll run it back just one last time, and then we'll run it back and do it for real. Because if you guys don't know how I play the game in terms of rules, we can simulate as much as we want, but at some point we got to do it for real. We got to do it live, chat. We got to do it live. So yeah, we can simulate all we want and hope it works when we go to do it live. But I would like repeatability one time and see before we actually hit the go button for reals, for realsies. Question. All right, all we gotta do is hit the go button here. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Stop. This one. Phew. That could have been bad. That could have been bad. Had to find the right file. Totally lost my place for a second. Sorry about that, chat. We're good now. We're good. The SpaceX Dragon hatch was closed at 11:05 today. It will close at 11:05 today. Oh, the hatch was already closed. Yes. And then the undocking. It's funny because the undocking actually happens at 11:05 for me today. Auto lock Cal turn off? Yeah. Go ahead and do that, I guess. While we're stable. Seems good. Vehicle is pitching. Oh, of course I know Scott. Absolutely. I mean, not personally, but yeah, I know Scott. Instead of crush core, it's explosive core. Yeah, that's true. Next, the commercial crew quarter will undock from the station at 1:05 on Tuesday, live on NASA. Butch and Sonny are on their way home. Yes, they are rescued, Panta. Rescued, Kappa. Yep. Yeah, I plan on bringing that up. I think I have them. I think I have that tuned into, yeah? Yeah, 44 minutes. That'll be good. And EJ put in hours? Oh yeah, I know. I wish EJ would play more KSP. I think he could really get back into it if he put in some more mods. Because now, I mean, I don't even think he has to mod the game that much. Just put in a few of the mods, like if he hasn't already done community fixes and some other quality of life things like that. I think that could be really good for him. I think he could get back into it. But he's on that workers rundown. The Kerbal rescue mission IRL. Yeah. KSP2 killed it for him? Yeah, I know. I don't know. To me, like, even when KSP2 was out, like, I was still playing KSP1. Like, KSP2 was awesome, but it didn't have everything KSP1 had, so... Like, KSP2 was never a full switchover for me. Because you can't do this in that game, even when it was being developed yet. Yeah, I get it. Burnt himself out for sure. You want to see him try the VR mod for KSP, I mean? That sounds gross. If EJ had troubles with, was it DCS when he tried it? And he got, like, headaches and sickness from VR for flying in DCS, I don't feel like he would do well in KSP, but maybe that's just me, I don't know. Maybe him doing Friday night racing with VR has helped that. Yeah, for sure, JDI. Yeah, 100%. All right, that looked good. So now we just leave it there, switch back here. I gotta hit the 4 button, reset, relock. Yes, good. And then we do our boost back burn like this. That's fine, don't worry about it. It was the... Yeah, it's the inner stage. It's the decoupler that we undocked from. Okay, this time I do not want to overshoot, and I want to try and line up as best we can here. No, that's the wrong way. It's a little bit hard to judge here, but I'm gonna try to do something a little bit more like that. We'll see. We'll see what that does for us. And then switch back. Perfect. Oh my gosh, chat, that's awesome. Go and deploy that. And we'll go ahead and start pitching down. Ah, excellent. Yes, then we can go basically horizontal and turn off those RCS. Brilliant. That works super good, actually. I'm actually really happy with that. Admiral. I played Kerbal VR. It's really fun. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, if I had a VR headset, I'd probably try it out. Seems interesting. Admiral's all good, man. It's infectious. Nominal explosion, yeah, 100%. Like I said, that was the interstage adapter that we separated from off of Miko, and I guess it was still in the interstage and never came out fully, so then when we lit our engines to full power, it slammed into the docking port. Not a problem, that's okay. Anomalies with inspected firework range, yeah, something like that, 100%. All right, we're at 100 and a minute. Like, I'm pretty happy with where this is going now. And now that we're beyond Miko, we can do this, I guess, because why not? We're beyond our Miko condition. Oh yeah, we got plenty of time on this as well. Oh, that's actually really nice. Yeah, we got plenty of time for the boost back as well. Try to pitch down, really try to get this up. We got 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes seems good. Let's go ahead and switch. Switch to target. My brother has a meta quest, and I did the Mission ISS game, and it was cool as heck. That's actually really cool, yeah. Yes, working in 0G definitely probably takes a second to figure out. That's not what I want. There we go. All right, I want to figure out how we're going to switch around here. I think I need to fly in this way, according to our control. We're just gonna rotate here. We're gonna barbecue roll for a second. There we go. That seems good. And activate landing code. All right, we'll see what happens. We'll see if it gets gimbal locked again, because that was interesting. That's not the first time it's done that, but it's usually because I either have it facing the wrong way, going through entry for tracking the pad, or it's because I overshoot, and so it takes a lot of control authority to try to bring it back. So we'll see. I definitely think I did an undershoot here, it looks like, potentially. Yeah, it looks like it definitely did an undershoot here, and I think I'm facing now the correct orientation for our control authority. So we'll see. See if it has any better luck. Meanwhile, checking our fuel levels. Also, it seems like I might need to do another tuning expedition on our PID loops, because the final throttle down for controlled descent was a very jumpy, but all in good time, I suppose. See, I don't know why it's going this way. Oh, maybe I do. Okay, maybe that's fine. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's correcting itself. It doesn't seem like it's gimbal locking. Well, maybe it is now. Why are you doing that? Okay. So it went past it now, but it still wants to full control deflect that way, which is interesting to me. Not sure why it's doing that. Unless I have my latitude and longitude inputs incorrect here, which it couldn't be correct, or which could be the case. Maybe not. I think it's trying to go for that one. Oh no. It's acting strange though. See, like, this is not what should be happening right now. That jittering on the control authority. Yeah, we don't have enough fuel for this. Bummer. So I'm gonna need nothing. I'm gonna need nothing because crush cores, the best cores, chat. All right. Oh, it made it onto a pad. Not the one I was technically going for, but does that count, chat? Does that count? Trust the process. Yeah, indeed. I just wish I understood what was going on in the control system for it to be so slow in its response. I am, of course, using a PID, and so that's probably all that needs to be said right there as to why it's slow to respond. But we did a lot of tuning for it, and it should be okay, but I also know that a lot of it depends on just how well we do our boost back maneuver, and so that could very well be the case. But yeah, it might be worth doing some tuning again at some point, but not right now because I do want to fly it. Also, the RCS is causing that issue. You landed on the pad, mission success? Yeah. Did land on the pads, that's good. I was supposed to land on that pad, but we landed here. We did a divert, chat. We did a hazard relative navigation divert to the other pad. That's what we did. That's all it was. We just did, we autonomously diverted. And for whatever reason, it wants to do this. It is auto-strutted, so I'm not sure exactly why it wants to. Those are locked, by the way, too. Are you gonna settle down? Settle down now. Settle down. Anyways, and then we should be okay to get our vehicle into orbit, right? Yeah. I mean, we're past our apoapsis, but yeah, that's fine. All right, so maybe it's too much. I need maybe another 100 units of liquid fuel here. We're gonna try that, but I think we're gonna run it live, chat. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna run it live. Let me change my MECO condition to be 1,100 units of liquid fuel and not 1,000. We'll see what that does. Would you calm down? Would you stop? Do you feel like stopping, please? That'd be great. Why you do this? SAS is off. Like, what? What are you doing? What are you doing and why? Can I ask, please? the struts broke again because, yeah. But anyways, that's good. It's fine. It works. Sort of. Technically it works. Yeah, exactly. Run it live. It's fine. Screw it. We'll do it. We'll run it live. You come here for the booms? I'm glad, I guess. Question? The rocket dance. Yes, do the rocket dance. All right, so I gave us an extra 100 units of liquid fuel. So let's run through our checklist, and we're going to do it live now, chat. That's, I think, what we're going to do. First and foremost, let's make sure we do update all of our expedition stuff. We're going to go until daylight. Please don't explode. All right, good. I was about to say, I was like, why does it look so weird? Okay, we're not flying in an eclipse, okay, chat? That seems bad to me, okay? That seems like an omen. So we're just gonna we're just gonna not do that, actually. It's gonna go to the next day. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Good. Yeah. Good. Solid sun. The Kerbals only had to be in that cramped place for 2 Kerbal days. It's fine. But they're okay. They're okay, chat. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring this up. So Capstone Station Expedition 4 is going to be taken off day 17th. Here we go. It is going to be Year 3, day 49. Year 3, day 49. Time. Yeah, we can go ahead and do 4:35. 4:30. Let's do 4:36. Actually, you know what? Let's yeah, 4:36. Crew arrival to station is fine. Make sure we have this set correctly up here. So that is going to be 12:03. KRV 8. We have KRV 3. So KRV 3 flew. Oh, this is going to be a new shuttle. Aha, it's going to be a new shuttle, chat. First time use of this shuttle. We have Snowman, Kirby, Ice King, Deke. All that looks fine. Make sure we have the launch set correctly here, because I copy and pasted this from something else. So it's going to be the 17th, 25, 3, 49. At 4:36. All right. It'll be Minerva 2R. Oh, that's right. It's the same booster. I forgot about that. It's the same booster. 101.3 now. That's right. No, it's not the same booster. Okay. No, yes, it is. No, it's not. It's 102.2. 101.2 has been retired. Yeah, 102.2. Launchpad 1. Technically, this is going to be Launchpad 3. Or no, Launchpad 2. Yeah, because that's 1A, 1B. This is Launchpad 2. That's Launchpad 3 over there. And all of that looks good. ARV3. Expedition 4. All right, very good. Seems fine to me. Everything should be running. Everything is fully fueled. We know it works. We've tested it, right, chat? We've tested it. Is the roll calculated for the lifting surfaces to glide orientation to the landing target? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Zubaski. All right, I think we're good. All right. T-minus 1 minute. Chat, can I get a go, no-go poll in chat? Are we go for launch? Are we go for launch, chat? Are we? We go for lunch? Not lunch, launch. Chat, please. Seems good. Get one go on the YouTube side, one go on the Twitch side. Full send. All right. No, this is not RP1. This is all stock except for the mods that you see on the mods list. Primarily just no part mods, nothing that changes the game too much, just mainly just probably the thing that I have that changes the game the most is Kerbal constructs. That's pretty much it. Yo, Snackless coming in with a Twitch Prime subscription for 14 Kerbal years. Much love, Snackless. How are you doing? I hope you're doing swell. Okay. We are go for launch. We have a good go from chat poll. T-minus 22 seconds. Stand by for auto sequence start. One 1,000, two 1,000. That's about 2 full seconds. We need to hit the go button to hit our window at exactly 55 seconds. Or go for launch, chat. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, center engine ignition, outboard engine ignition, lag sequence start, and liftoff of KRV-3 going to Capstone Station. All systems are good. Cleared the tower with a minor boop as per normal here. All systems looking good. Cleared the tower, vehicle is in its roll program and it's now pitching over. All right. We're on our way, chat. Like I said, we're doing it live. Whatever happens here, happens. And oh boy, shall we see. Lag sequence start. It always lags on the separation event. What can you do? What can you do when you have 1,000 parts in render range? I don't know. Vehicle's looking good though. No complaints here. Vehicle's continuing to pitch down range. Stand by for max Q. Max Q should be I don't even know if we'll hit max Q. Max Q is set to 16,000 pascals. So we might hit 16,000. Yeah, maybe we will. The roar of the engine, that's right. Vehicle's still full thrust. Chamber temperature, chamber pressure within family across all 3 engines on the first stage. Vehicle is now throttling down ahead of max Q. And we are now entering the max Q throttle bucket. Backing at 16,000 pascals on the shuttle. Max Q, of course, being the dynamic pressure and the maximum compressive loads on the vehicle during ascent. All systems are looking good. Vehicle is now throttling up. We have now passed max Q, 15,800 pascals. Vehicle continuing to pitch down range. All systems looking nominal. Normal, in fact, actually. Scraped by on the mid-time, so we're good. Well, hell yeah, there you go, man. They're behind you? Nothing but looking forward. On the midterms. Spring break is coming up soon, yeah? All right, we got about 1,600. About 16 seconds until Miko. Ten seconds. Oh, nice, Snackless. There you go. Nice. That's true, Luis. You're not wrong about that. All right. Stabilizing for Miko confirmed. 3, 2, 1. Miko. And we have good second stage engine ignition. All systems looking nominal. We're gonna go ahead and pitch over ever so slightly there. Do not get out of control. You do not do that to me. Absolutely not. You stay put. You stay put right there. I should not have gone off prograde. Not a problem. That's okay. Nominal explosions experienced. There we go. All right. Hit 4 and bring it back. And boost back burn has begun. All right, we're looking okay. A minor adjustment here. Come on, baby, bring it back. And right there. Maybe just a little bit farther down range. Right there. Okay, we're gonna call that. Flip back. Nice, we got it. Turn RCS off. And deploy interstage. Excellent, all right. That was kind of the hard part. This is now the easy part, I'd have to say. What is exploding? Your RCS balls must be too far in. That's interesting. They haven't exploded before. Why now, chat? Why are these things happening now? Anyways. Those RCS balls, I guess, are too close to the engine collider, but that's interesting because that's where they've always been. But anyways, whatever. They're just ablative RCS blocks, I guess. Yeah. Also, I should be pitching over now. Yeah. Try to get as much horizontal velocity as I can. Don't want to go too high either if I can help it. Yep, we're gonna have a little bit of an inclination change. That's okay though. Go ahead and start that. Oh yeah, we're about half a degree off from where we started. That's fine. Half a degree is about as best we can get right now. We'll clean that up later. .104 is looking good. About 2 minutes still in flight time until APO. That's good. Keep it going. Go ahead and bring this in. We're now past our abort condition. And we'll go ahead and shut down. That's 3 minutes. 3 minutes flight time there. That's actually really good for us. Okay. Push 2. Omnidirectional boosters, you know it. It's a feature, not a bug. I agree. Totally is. Maybe Kraken's in the engine bay, essentially. I think, I guess the engine has too much gimbal, or maybe I did move those RCS blocks in on this vehicle, and I need to move them back. You know what? Good question. Notes. Look to move RCS blocks out, radially out. From engine too close to engine collider, causing explosions. See, another note I had was add second stage decoupler to action group 2. Was there another one, chat? I think I already did it down here. Yep, that's fine. I already did that down there. It doesn't actually need to be that high on the second stage engine. I think that was it. I think those were all the notes I had. Is there another one, chat? Does anybody remember? Or improvements for this vehicle, since this is the first time flying it? I think that was it. Gotta move the RCS blocks out, and then we already have the gimbal authority on the first stage set in our pre-flight checklist, which can account for that. And I think just the second stage decoupler. I think that's it. That's it for now anyways. All right, let's bring this in. Rotate. And start landing. All right, booster has control. Oh, that's better. Don't hit the tower. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, but it's also fine, question? Lat long adjustment? Yeah, we can check lat and long. We'll see how this return goes here as well. Confirm LZ to lat long. It's flying. Flying back, chat. Looking good. Come on. I don't know why it wants to do that and go sideways. And then it overcorrects. I wonder if I actually have my yaw input backwards. Like I said, I might need to do some testing here. But see, we should be targeting over here, and we're not. I don't know why. Like, what are you targeting? Why are you doing this? This is maxing in that direction. Yeah, this is not good. 105, targeting 36. I guess maxing out for like no reason. And then it like changes there? I'm not exactly sure. Ah, that's right. Forgot to turn the landing gear on. Well, this is not going to end well, chat. This is a loss booster. This is definitely a loss booster. I forgot to fix the landing gear before I did that. It's going to... Yeah, it stopped way too soon. Son of a gun, chat. Okay. Could have been worse. Yeah, apparently not, Zubaski. And I thought I fixed that, but I guess I didn't. Boostback is not automated yet, Respawn. That's on my to-do list. I wanted to get back into missions, though, with what we had. It's been forever since we did any missions. Failed successfully? Question? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. At least we have time before Apo here. And let me see, what do I want? We have 0.6 there. I want 113 by 107, yeah? We're at 110. Yeah, okay. That's 107 there. But I want to catch up to the station, so I need to go into like 100, I think. 100 would probably be pretty good to start with. That seems good. Let's aim for 100 kilometers here, if I can. Little by little. Recovery crew gets an off-road job? Yeah, I know, right? Truly. All right, 111 by 90, and then we can clean this up around here. Can use as much Delta V as we can out of here, which is not going to be much, but it'll be something. We'll see how much we can get the inclination cleaned up with, and then we'll probably separate and return it home. That's going to be the wrong way, of course. Zero, 21, and that's probably what we'll use the stage 4 and finish it up there. Then that seems pretty good. Less lost than it seemed. Yeah, Pico. Like I said, okay, so what we did, the reason why the code's probably not working very well is we developed it and tested it for the subscale demonstrator, and then we did fly it multiple times on the current, well, not actually the current vehicle, to be truthful, because we've done other upgrades to the vehicle since then, and so I'm just wondering if it needs another tuning session and another testing section. So maybe it's just worth like spending a day at some point and doing some tests on the flight controller to make sure we're good. Because we use our subscale demonstrator for a lot of the verification and validation, but we haven't gone back and necessarily updated it for this particular booster. IM2 reenactment success. You get out of here. All right, so we'll stay right there. And we'll get this minor burn done, 1 second burn, and then we'll probably basically from there jettison and start working with the shuttle. Yeah, I'm also wondering, so you were asking about the roll control, if it rolls to orient based off of heading, and yes, it does. So we get a roll input based off of our heading error. So if we are, you know, if the landing pad is here, right? Well, I'll do it for y'all this way. If the landing pad is here, but we're flying like this way, then not only do we want to yaw to orient ourselves towards the pad, we also want to roll to use the wings to roll into the turn like an airplane. I thought I figured it out that it needs to be the opposite of our heading error to roll against the heading error output, but maybe this is wrong. Maybe this needs to actually be positive one. So maybe I'll try running it back in during testing as well without this roll input to see how it responds, and then with the roll input to see how it responds, and then also change this sign to see how it responds with that as well. But yeah, there's things to test and things we can do. Getting the kinks out. Like I said, this is the first flight for this particular vehicle with the shuttle on board, so not like I didn't expect something to go wrong. All right, so where are we? 111? Yeah, let's go ahead and make sure we're fully fueled here. We are. Excellent. Let's go ahead and make sure our tanks are on. Perfect. And let's go ahead and separate. Perfect. I like it, chat. And then with this guy, go ahead and turn around. Yeah, exactly, Zubaski, and I'm not sure about that either. I don't know if it's getting, like I said, gimbal locked, where it's trying to input more control authority than it has, which means that it's an under-actuated system, so we'll never be able to achieve the target in that manner. I don't know. There's definitely things to look into, though. All right, that's probably good enough, chat. We'll go ahead and orient ourselves. Make sure we're controlling from that. Wait, where are we controlling from? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and ditch this for re-entry purposes. And there we go. Yeah, cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started here. Cool. Failed successfully. Yep. Truer words. All right, so we look good here. So with that, we want to catch up to our station. So let's go ahead and go to periapsis and try and match their periapsis at 107. We'll stay at a periapsis of 90, and within a few orbits, we should be able to catch up to them. So that seems like a good plan, chat. Meanwhile, we should only be about 10 minutes away from the undocking coverage happening for Dragon. All right, so periapsis, I basically want to bring it down just ever so slightly here. Try and match that to be around 108 probably. Yeah, something like that. That should be pretty close. Pretty close to what we need. We're already at 0 there, so pretty happy with that. So 2.1, it's going to be a 1 second burn with all of our engines. Seems fine. We'll go ahead and time warp around, and then we'll get situated. Rotate nice and easy, chat. Nice and easy. And we'll lock it in. Cool. And we'll go ahead and finish out the rest of this time warp. It's all in the hips. No, yeah, you have to lift with your back in a jerking, twisting motion, actually, Codeman. Seems good. It's actually pretty well balanced, this craft, in terms of where the CG is. Well, they're having a great time, chat, if I do say so. Ah, yes, of course. I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. No, but yeah, I do that for the aesthetics. wait a second. He's upside down the whole time. Relatively speaking. All right, let's go ahead and settle the tanks. Oh, or we can just complete the burn with RCS, and that works too, I guess. Seems good. All right, and now we just wait. Hopefully we have enough electrical charge for this. I think we should. If not, we can always do a maneuver to get to the station a little bit faster. We'll see how quickly it is for us to start closing the gap. Every orbit will get a little bit closer. Ordon, there you go. That's right. Like I said, we're just gonna wait, chill out here. We'll catch up quickly. Well, not quickly, but we'll catch up over time here. A few orbits around. I mean, it's still better than SpaceX, right? SpaceX, it's a 28-hour ride to the International Space Station. It's a little grueling. We'll get there within a few hours. Ooh. All right, let's see what that is. 5.5. Okay, let's do a little bit of a burn here and see what I can do with that. Ooh, 300, huh? 200 meters. Can I get closer than that? No, 200 meters. 200 meters. That's for a 1 meter per second burn. I like it, chat. Let's do it. I found a mod that lets you add custom music to the game, and it has different playlists for building or space music. Oh, interesting. That's neat. You're not accounting for the extra orbit time on Earth. That's true. But when did we take off? We took off 4 hours ago, so it's only been half a day. Well, a little bit more than half a day in Kerbin time. Actually, no, it's actually only been half a day. Yeah, because we launched at almost 5. It's been 3.5 hours, so just beyond half a day. So yeah, still better than SpaceX. All right, well, like I said, 1 meter per second burn here. We got plenty of monoprop. I might as well turn on the other tanks here as well. Cool. The moon. All right, well, we'll see what happens. Coming up in about 2 minutes. You cannot be as aggressive in Kerbal. What are you talking about? I only have 348 meters per second in here. Haven't used any of it yet. But yes, you are correct. Yeah, everything at KSP at scale is much easier than in real life. Few little RCS thrusts, and we should be pretty good. Clean that up as we go. This one would be 3 kilometers, and there's 400. There we go. That's easy peasy. More than look at the window and check the itinerary. Yeah, basically. Oh, and not have your toilet working. Oof, chat. Yeah, their toilet broke. Oh, what a bummer. Their toilet broke. Gotta baggy it. Gotta baggy it. All right, where are we? Question. There we are. We're gonna be within 400 meters. Seems pretty good at 19 meters per second. I'll wait till we're within 2 kilometers and do a little final approach burn. Try to get us within a couple hundred meters and maybe less than 10 meters per second. Might be pretty good. Okay, we'll aim right there. Gonna have to do a slight adjustment here. That's okay. Okay. I don't know why it showed. Oh, intersect 1 and 2. Gotcha. Okay. For a second, I was like, why is it showing me at 3 kilometers away? Okay, there we go. We're within 200 meters. Did I get to the 100 meter keep out zone? Within the 100 meter keep out zone. Perfect. At 10 meters per second. I like it. That was basically what I was aiming for. Okay. Not a problem. Let's lock on that retrograde vector for a second as we coast towards the target. Did they move them up by a day? No. I think they actually pushed it back a day. I think, right? That was gonna be Wednesday. You know what? Actually, yeah, maybe. It was supposed to be 4 days after arrival. No, 3 days after arrival, right? Was it 4 or 3 days? So maybe, yeah, maybe they did actually. It's a good question, actually. I didn't follow it that closely on that, on the overlap, how the overlap changed. Oh, okay, intense, then maybe, yeah. Because maybe they did that because of the original delay. The launch delay, of course, what I'm referring to. All right, the coverage should have just started, if I'm not mistaken, yeah? Aha, it did. All right, well, we'll check it out here in a second. Okay, there we go. Wait till we get within our distance here. I don't know why it doesn't tell me closest approach now, because closest approach was like 100 meters. So obviously it might not be that anymore, but at the same time. And then we got to figure out where we want to go. Probably one of the two ends there. Yeah, one of the two ends will be good. Probably that far side that we're going to. Make it a little bit easier. For the pictures, chat. Gotta do it for the pictures. All right, there we go. All right, excellent. Now we just get into a locked mode. And we work basically without, we don't need any SAS for this part. Just let the natural rotations move us nice and slowly around. That was actually a really efficient rendezvous. Like, we didn't use hardly any. We used like 20 meters per second of delta V for this rendezvous. That's actually pretty dang good. It would have been much better if we could have gotten the first stage booster back, but hey, I'll take it. Take what we can get. There we go. Okay. And there we go. That's what we're aiming for right there. Looking good. There we go. Such Christopher Nolan scene, yeah. I get the aesthetics right. I don't know if y'all can hear that in the background. The dog's having, Pupper's having a dream. Yep, docking at 45, indeed. Oh wait, so did they move it back? Is it what? Wait, right? Didn't they move it back? It was supposed to be at 11:15, my time. So it's now 45. They must have moved it back then, yeah? Looking pretty good. Okay, looking good. 32,000 patches. That sounds gross. Not gonna lie. And we have capture. How about that, chat? Not too shabby. Excellent. Easy peasy. Yeah, cool. High five. All right, well, that seems like a pretty good spot. So where are we at with the coverage then, yeah? All right, still nothing on this front, yeah? Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so what does it say here? Because it was 11:05, so did they push it back? That might not be the actual undocking time, yeah? I know, it's still updating. What's going on with the interwebs? .245 your time. Oh, I see. Coverage starts. I'm sorry. I got you. I thought you were saying undocking occurs at 45. Got it. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, we're good. So everything is good. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, chat. Let's shut it on down. I won't change anything over on the YouTube side, but I will change this over to. Ooh, look at that. Change this over to Crew 9 undocking event coverage. And switch this over to science and technology. There we go. Done. Done skis. And let's see what happens. That drawing we don't need anymore. Undocking today, splashdown tomorrow. Yeah, sounds about right. Go ahead and save that. And I think we'll quit to main. We'll go to Space Center. We'll go to Space Center, chat. Ooh, look at that. Are we watching the Dragon dock again? It looked just like that. The port and starboard indicators. Anywho, let's see what we got. Let's make sure we overdrive our volume. Bring it down off of stream side. Turn that off and listen. Why is it so quiet?
You're looking at Flight Director Marcos Flores, who is the lead Crew 9 flight director.
Look at that.
To his right is spacecraft communicator Tess Caswell, who will be talking directly to the crew during the undocking phase and during the time that Dragon moves toward the approach ellipsoid, that mythical line in the sand where we complete integrated operations.
Let's see what happens.
Turn over everything to the folks in Hawthorne to bring Crew.
So again,
9
if you're just catching up, chat, so SpaceX, right, just sent up Crew 10 this past week. And they basically docked and arrived. And Crew 10 is the relief for Crew 9. Crew 9 has 2 astronauts on board, and they're now bringing back the Starliner the crew demonstration flight test crew, which is Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams. So all 4 of them are coming back. After, well, Butch and Sonny have been up there since June of last year, so like 9 months now. And then the 2 astronauts that went up with Crew 9 with that Dragon capsule to bring them back and to also be a part of Expedition 72, which was already scheduled. Ooh, nice shots in the sunlight. Dragon is such a clean looking design, I must say. So they've been up there since September 28th. Is when they, well, I guess they haven't been up there since then at the ISS, but they launched September 28th, docked to the ISS a day later. But anyways, that's what's happening, and let's go ahead and listen in.
As they are during what we call dynamic phases of flight. And we did hear a call out a short time ago for the crew to go ahead and put their visors down.
The PC survived,
the actual
nice.
Undocking itself. Before they depart the International Space Station, let's take a quick moment to get to know the crew we're bringing home tomorrow for the splashdown rather. U.S. Space Force Colonel Nick Hague is your Crew 9 commander. He was selected by NASA as an astronaut in 2013, and this was his second space flight to the International Space Station and third launch overall. He's spent 171 days in space with Crew 9 and has a career total of 374 days in space. During his mission, he
Over a year
completed
in
a
space.
spacewalk with astronaut Sonny Williams. That was his fourth spacewalk, earning him a career total of 25 hours, 56 minutes of spacewalking time.
Awesome.
Before Crew 9, Haig previously served as a crew member of Expedition 59 and 60
They launched
back
June
in
5th, yeah,
2019.
exactly.
He flew with
An 8-day
Alexei
mission
Ovchinin
turned
and
into like a
NASA's
9 or
Christina
10th month
Koch. So this
mission.
is actually his second time sharing the space station with Ovchinin. The Kansas native is a test pilot. And
No, I was saying the Crew 9 capsule that's coming back right now, launched September.
Nick spent 5 months in Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, and he voluntarily transferred from the United States Air Force to the U.S. Space Force in 2021.
Nice.
And he is an active colonel. His wife, Katie, is a retired U.S. Air Force colonel, and they have 2 sons.
Damn, power couple
NASA
chat.
astronaut Sonny Williams is a mission specialist for Crew 9. This was her third visit to the space station. She originally launched aboard Boeing's Starliner spacecraft and arrived at the space station on June 6th. Following the agency's decision to return Starliner uncrewed, she became an Expedition 7172 crew member. She logged 286 days in space on this mission. Sonny has a total of 608 days in space, earning her the ranking of second most time in space by a NASA astronaut.
Wow.
Former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson ranks first with 675 days in space. Sonny conducted 2 spacewalks and has completed 9 over the course of her career, for a total of 62 hours and 6 minutes of spacewalking time.
Wow,
She
that's
ranks
awesome.
4th on the list of cumulative time spacewalking by a NASA astronaut. Previously, she served on Expedition 14 and 15 in 2007, and again with Expedition 32 and 33 in 2012. She is a retired U.S. Navy captain and a proud graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy.
Next up is NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore, who is also serving as a mission specialist today. This is his 3rd space flight, and just like Sonny, he logged 286 days in space. He conducted 1 spacewalk and has completed 5 over the course of his career, earning him a total spacewalking time of 21 hours, 2 minutes. He's flown on 4 different spacecraft throughout his career.
Oh, is she up on,
Space Shuttle Atlantis,
that's right, she's on
Soyuz,
Axiom.
Boeing Starliner, and
Yeah.
now the SpaceX
Peggy,
Dragon.
who has the most
Previously, the Mount Juliet, Tennessee
accumulated
native
time
served
in space. Peggy is going up on the Axiom mission, Axiom 4.
Expedition
right.
41 and 42 from 2014 to 2015. Wilmore is also a retired captain in the U.S. Navy.
Alexander Gorbanov is the 3rd mission specialist serving on today's mission. Crew 9 was his first spaceflight to the space station, earning him a total of 171 days in space over the course of his career. Gorbanov, along with Nick Haig, saw the arrival of 4 visiting vehicles and saw the departure of 4 as well. The duo orbited the Earth more than 2,700 times. Before his cosmonaut selection in 2018, Gorbanov worked as an engineer for a rocket space corporation and helped support cargo spacecraft launches from the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
Nice. Oh, I
There's
can't get
an
over that
amazing amount
shot.
of diversity and experience behind the
I
crew
can't get
coming
over
forward.
how good Dragon looks in sunlight. Like, those solar panels that are integrated into the trunk there, it looks so clean, Chad. It looks so clean. Although I do have to say, I still really enjoy the look of Starliner too. I just wish Starliner worked, you know? Just be great if it worked.
Us to actually see the physical separation and everything, but we are getting views right now of Dragon Freedom.
Yeah, I know, right,
what you see
Captain?
on that black portion of your screen there is some of the solar arrays that help collect power for the spacecraft. That will remain intact during the phasing, which is about 17 hours for this particular flight. But before splashdown tomorrow afternoon, which we are targeting at 2:57 p.m. Pacific, that portion of Dragon will actually be jettisoned. So it'll just be the white portion that we'll see splashdown. But we're not quite there yet. First, we need to have the spacecraft undock. So again, targeting undock at 10:05 p.m. Pacific time this evening.
So
That's
in
absolutely
5
right,
minutes.
Sandra. So right now what we're doing on board Dragon is preparing for that undocking sequence to be commanded. Undocking from
But
the
are there
space station
age limits for
basically
being an astronaut? I asked because Sunny seems a little out of age for this. I'm sorry if I sound a little rude about this. No, I mean, I definitely think Sunny is probably more seasoned, right? That she's definitely up there. I don't know who the oldest person in space is. Can somebody in chat?
On the big loop, undock sequence commanded.
Oh, here we go. So the
And
undocking
right on
sequence
schedule,
is
we've
going
got
to, it's
confirmation of
actually a
that undocking
process.
sequence command.
They have to undo the latches, they have to draw out the active docking port, and then they separate.
Here in
It can
Houston
happen
in
pretty
Mission
quickly, but
Control, we
it's a
are now,
process that
monitoring
has
the
to
demating of the
go through the
umbilical.
sequence.
This is the
John
mechanism
Glenn
that
flew in his
provided electrical
70s.
power
Nice.
to the,
Yeah, I mean, I
Dragon
know
Freedom
people have been up
during
there.
the time it was docked
Just
to
don't
the
know how
zenith
up there.
of the space-facing port
That's
of
cool.
the Harmony module.
Yeah, so there you go.
It
John
originally
Glenn flew
Freedom
in his
docked at the
70s.
forward port of
You
Harmony,
think?
and then
Confirmed?
back on November
Available
3rd
demate, complete
with
and
Williams,
nominal.
Wilmore, Hagen, Gorbanoff on board.
William Shatner, but
Umbilical
orbital,
demate,
orbital,
reported
right?
to be complete.
Like part
We
of
stand
NASA
by
actually
the
doing
initiation of the opening
mission
of
ops and
hooks.
stuff like that.
2 gangs of hooks, 12 hooks in all.
But yeah, I think William Shatner is technically the oldest person in space, technically speaking.
Again, Harmony was the port
77?
of Freedom initially.
John Glenn was 77 when he last flew, and Sonny is 59 years young. Okay. So Sonny Williams actually has some time left before she even hits the John Glenn age.
Forward port to the zenith port, a short spin around.
Yeah,
the block
that's true. As long as you
reposition
pass the
that
medical
spacecraft where it
requirements,
has
then
been,
yeah, I guess that's
mated,
fair.
And docked to the International Space Station since last November.
Ed Dwight at 90? As part of like an ops mission?
3.5 minutes away from physical separation.
Where it was Ed Dwight who surpassed William Shatner? Like, is William Shatner? I do feel like William Shatner was ousted by somebody like right after his flight, but maybe I'm wrong. All right, so like I said, the decoupling sequence has been initiated.
Once, the physical separation occurs between Dragon and the docking port on Harmony, it will begin to move above the station at a very slow rate of about 1/10 of a meter per second. Then we'll move behind the station. A series of departure burns will then put it on a trajectory to carry it below the station and on its way to a safe distance away from the International Space Station for its deorbit burn that will occur at 4:11 p.m. Central Time, 5:11
Yeah, he was on the
p.m.
BO
Eastern
rocket.
Time
Yeah,
on
so
Tuesday
he wasn't an
afternoon
ops person.
to
He
begin the
wasn't part
final
of
leg the
NASA.
ride home for Williams, Wilmore, Hagen, Gorbanoff.
Startup company to start a retirement home in
2.5
space.
minutes to go until
Easy
physical
on the joints,
separation. All
right?
systems
Zero
reported to be in
gravity.
Great shape. The latest weather forecast in
You can't fall and break a hip. I mean, hey, there's a business model there, Zabaski.
for the arrival of the Crew 9 crew on
First set of
Tuesday
hooks
afternoon.
open and nominal.
Hooks open and nominal. So it should start pushing away now.
The first gang of hooks.
Oh, first
has
gang.
opened,
They do it in
standing by
two
for the
sequences.
second. Springs on both sides of the docking interface will push off against one another to initiate that opening rate for Dragon.
I think it was 77, somebody said, Reg. But yeah, John Glenn flew the shuttle in 77. Or at the age of 77. Apparently. So we already heard the umbilical retract. They're now doing the sequence of
90 seconds
unhooking
till physical
the
separation.
locking mechanisms.
Heading into the home
So basically
stretch.
at the front of the latch, there's, I think,
Williams and
24
Wilmore,
or
the beginning
12,
of the
something
end
like, I
for
think
a
it's
9.5
24.
month mission in
24
space.
hooks that basically claw onto the hatch of the ISS, and then they retract and they lock into position, and they have
Interface
two
between
sequences. They
Dragon and the
unlock 12, and then they
International
unlock the
docking
other
no longer
12.
sealed.
Ah, it's so good, though. These images are so clean.
The International Space Station and Dragon flying from southwest to northeast across the Pacific Ocean at an altitude of 261
Oh,
census
that's
miles.
true, Captain. Yeah, I guess so. Hey, Smoke, how are you? When it happens, it'll be kind of quick. When it all finally releases and the springs are engaged to push it back, or the springs are then able to push on each other. You can see the four nose thrusters. There's one here, another one there, and then there's two on the far side as well. Those are the primary thrusters that Dragon uses for thrusting forward and as primary maneuvering thrusters. Oh, there it goes.
All hooks open.
Nice
All
and
hooks are open.
easy, gentle push, chat.
And undocking confirmed.
There you can see the pedals that are used to align the system laterally.
Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore begin their belated trip
Dragon
home.
separation confirmed.
Oh, I do not envy how long it's going to take them to get used to Earth gravity again. Nice. That's such a good shot, though. There you can see the thrusters, 2 of them.
Eastern time.
Oh, look, you can already see the RCS thrusting. See it? Little puffs. That's the reaction control system.
Good motion, good stability on Dragon.
Good motion, good stability. Yes, indeed.
Freedom, SpaceX on the big loop. Depart burn 0 nominal.
Nice. So basically what they do is they do a set of departure burns.
Good opening rate reported by the visiting vehicle officer.
Nice. That's a picture of the International Space Station from on board the Dragon's camera tracking system. No! Come back. We're inside the capsule now. Look at the telemetry they're looking at. Like I said, the UI that SpaceX uses is, or that SpaceX creates for this is really, really interesting.
Dragon's attitude control system functioning as advertised.
That shot is looking good. Nice.
Some freedom on the big loop. On behalf of Crew 9, I'd like to say it was a privilege to call station home, to live and work and be a part of a mission and a team that spans the globe working together in cooperation for the benefit of humanity. To our colleagues and dear friends who remain on the station, Alex and Dave Ruttat, Kirill, we know the station's in great hands.
Look how clean that looks,
We're
chat.
excited to see what you guys are going to accomplish, and we'll be waiting for you. Crew 9's going home.
Crew 9 going home. You have some screenshots of the first Dragon approach. Nice.
Houston Station on the big loop. Step 2, ISS thrusters are verified enabled. To Crew 9, safe journey home. It's been the honor of a lifetime to cross your path up
Yeah,
here
what's
on
up, Graham?
Space
How you
Station.
doing?
Your service has been very much appreciated,
Nice.
and we'll miss you, but have a great journey home.
Yes, more views like this. More views like this. So right now what they're doing is getting into what's known as a walking safety ellipse. Essentially, you go out to a certain distance, and then you let the natural dynamics of your vehicle then rotate you around the ISS.
I'm with you guys, but many people who love you and whom you love are waiting for you. So
I think that's Takuya Onishi, who came up on Crew 10.
And for crew arrival, we ring a bell in Navy tradition, and for Crew 9, I did a baritone salute as you undocked.
Nice.
Love you guys.
Yeah, like I said, the departure happens pretty quickly. I mean, they're already pretty far away from the station. They'll do another set of departure burns, right? I don't remember how many he said that they do, but they've completed at least one so far.
Exchange of poignant words between the Dragon commander, Nick Hague, as well as the Crew 10 crew, the newly arrived Crew 10 crew members, Anne McLean, Takuya Onishi, and Don Pettit offering their best wishes and Godspeed for a safe return to Earth on Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, heroic, yeah.
The Dragon Freedom.
Close your talking port. No, come back. No LOS. Don't you do this to me. Don't LOS at a time like this. There's SpaceX Mission Control in Hawthorne. Over here. Oh. Look at that. Do you see that engine bell? Is that a Raptor 2? It looks kind of big and it looks clean. I don't know if I've seen a Raptor at this like scale to actually be able to determine. That looks. Maybe it's just a Merlin. I'd need to see a Raptor next to a Merlin to understand the scale. That might be too small to be a Raptor engine. But yeah, as soon as you walk into the main campus of Hawthorne, this entire area over here is for engine production and assembly.
The International Space Station, undocking occurring just about 5 minutes ago at 12:05 a.m. Central Time, 1:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, coming up here in the next minute or so will be
yeah, it's Thursday, because I mean technically it's Wednesday now.
That is the first imaginary line between
yes, of course,
the space station and the departure corridor for the Dragon itself. That will be followed by Dragon maneuvering to a Sun communications pointing orientation and to enable better communications between the tracking and data relay satellite system and Dragon's communications capability itself. The approach ellipsoid exit, that basically is the end of integrated operations, where Dragon will cross that imaginary line to move beyond the neighborhood of the station, as it were, is scheduled about 14 minutes from now.
Okay. So yeah, they basically drift out very slowly into that walking safety ellipse until they get to the keep out sphere. Keep out sphere is, what, 100 meters, I think, away from the station?
Departure 1 burn now complete, all nominal.
Depart burn 1 nominal.
Part
Your
1.
go to DOF suits per procedure 4.012. And a final reminder that the big loop will be deactivated following Dragon's exit from the approach ellipsoid.
The big loop.
Part 1 burn, and we are good to DOF suits. That's in work momentarily. We'll expect to go off big loop when we get outside the field, sir.
Yeah. Big loop through the ISS.
That's a good readback, Freedom.
With all the Freedom thrusters operating in perfect fashion, the acknowledgement by the spacecraft communicator in Hawthorne to Commander Nick Hague aboard Freedom that the crew has been given the go-ahead to get out of their entry suits for the time being, get into more comfortable clothing as Dragon continues its traverse away from the International Space Station.
NASA commentary throwing shade. Yeah, exactly, JDI.
Into tomorrow
exactly
afternoon,
right.
A series of pre-programmed maneuvers
the
that
dig
will enable
to Boeing
Freedom
just subtly
to be in
sprinkled in there.
Deorbit burn on Tuesday afternoon. That deorbit burn is scheduled to take place at 4:11 p.m. Central Time, 5:11 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be a 7-minute, 29-second braking maneuver to enable Dragon to slip out of orbit. Its velocity slowed by 53.2 meters per second, enabling it to begin its high-speed entry back through Earth's atmosphere and a parachute-assisted splashdown off the Gulf of Mexico and the Gulf of America at 4:57 p.m. Central, 5:57 p.m. Eastern Time.
How dare you? It's the Gulf of America now. Don't you know this? How dare you say the Gulf of Mexico / Gulf of America?
Station and Houston. On the big loop, Dragon has exited the keep out sphere.
Cool. So they will shut down comms to the ISS and go to Teeter's handover. He saved it the last second. I know, right? Just say the Gulf. Yeah, exactly.
Freedom SpaceX on the big loop. Dragon has
Ridiculous.
exited the approach ellipsoid and is on a 24-hour safe free drift path. Configure comm for Dragon to ground in preparation for big loop deactivation.
Nice. Because when did they say splashdown was? I have it here. Splashdown is going to be on Tuesday.
And Freedom SpaceX on the big loop.
So like
Premature
12...
call. We have exited the keep out sphere but are still in the approach ellipsoid.
14 hours. Right? Splashdown's at 14 hours. I'm showing here Tuesday, March 18th at 3:57 p.m. Mountain Time. So that's 5:57 Eastern. Yeah, not too bad. 14-hour drift. Gulf of Starship debris. Oof. Technically, no, because
Freedom, we have you loud and clear. How us?
Because the Starship is in the Caribbean. All the debris is out in the Caribbean.
With Dragon having crossed the keep-out sphere, next major milestone will be the exiting of the approach ellipsoid to depart the neighborhood of the station. With that, we'll toss it for the moment back to Hawthorne and Veronica and Sandra.
All right.
Thanks so much, Rob. As Rob just mentioned, we are now waiting for Dragon to exit the approach ellipsoid, also known as AE, which is another imaginary shape, this time a three-dimensional ellipsoid measuring 4 kilometers by 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers, in the same family as the Keep-Out Sphere. It's one of several safety zones set up to govern visiting spacecraft, either arriving or departing the station. Before moving into the Keep-Out Sphere or the approach ellipsoid,
that's supposed to
spacecraft have
become
be
an option
configured
next
where they
flight,
would not cross
not
the
this one.
imaginary boundary for a set period of time, even if
So
the
crew
spacecraft
11, I
lost all
think.
maneuvering.
That's right. And that approach ellipsoid, once we get past that milestone, will be something that we call the end of integrated operations. And integrated operations means that we are talking to each other on the big
good
loop.
question,
So we did hear those communications
Hawk.
back and forth.
I actually don't
the big
know
loop is
on it whether or not
essentially
they're real or
not only
not.
the crew on the International Space Station, the crew in Dragon, but also both Mission Control Houston and in Hawthorne. Hence the name, the Big Loop, because they're all working together to make sure that they have common communications during some of these dynamic portions of flight. So again, we are standing by for approach ellipsoid exit at 10:24 p.m. Pacific time. And on your screen there, we are getting a view of Dragon from the International Space Station, now quite a bit smaller than when we just saw a few minutes ago undocking.
Where's that
at 10:05
SIN
p.m.
camera?
Pacific.
SEN?
Also in
You guys
the
been
line of
following
sight there,
SIN?
we have a small view of the Canada arm, which is a robotic
There's
arm
some
that
really
helps do
high-def
some
cameras up there.
maneuvering and is utilized a lot during spacewalks on board the International Space Station. So to recap, the hatches between the International Space Station and Dragon were closed earlier today at 8:05 p.m. Pacific, 11:05 p.m. Eastern. Since then, the crew has settled in
I'll get you in
and
just a second,
is working
Smoke.
to take off their spacesuits for their 17-hour journey back to Earth. The joint
17.
NASA and SpaceX teams did, of course, poll go to proceed with undocking, and that undocking command
say
was
15,
then sent
17
at
now.
10 p.m. Pacific, followed by umbilical retraction and hooks opening, with physical separation taking place at 10:05 p.m. Pacific, as the space station and Dragon were traveling
I mean, it's probably true, Hawk,
261
yeah.
statute miles
Oh,
off the
look at
coast
that.
of Guam over the Pacific Ocean.
What a shot on
Dragon
that
then
high def.
completed 2 of 4 departure burns and has exited the Keep-Out
Nice.
Sphere. And we are now just minutes away from Dragon crossing the approach ellipsoid.
That is looking great.
To set the spacecraft and Crew 9 up for their path back to Earth. Again, Dragon is targeting to splash down off the coast of Florida in the Gulf at 2:57 p.m.
The Gulf.
Pacific,
There you go. She did it.
5:57 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, March 18th, marking the completion of a long-duration science and research mission.
Yeah, so why did they take so long? They have a coast period, right? Because they have a very specific corridor that they have to jettison the trunk, and a very specific corridor that they have to enter the atmosphere with the Dragon. Because remember, the faster you go, the more, well, not only the more propellant you burn, but also the steeper your entry, right? Because if you just burned really, really fast to get to a lower altitude and to deorbit, well, then you're going to come in much hotter because you're going to be taking more aerodynamic loads as you go steeper through the atmosphere. So everything is done very, very systematically and very slowly. Like the Dragon capsule probably only enters the atmosphere at like a flight path angle similar to the shuttle. And the shuttle entered the atmosphere at a flight path angle of 1/2 degree. And so what is a flight path angle? Literally from your local horizon pointing, dipping down into the atmosphere by 1/2 degree. So everything is very slow to keep heating, to keep dynamic loads, and then also to make sure that you hit your track for when you have to dump the capsule, and then also target your landing zone. So all of it is done very deliberately, very slowly.
That is so cool to me. It's just this amazing step forward for human exploration in space.
Leave the focus. It was focused fine.
And with that, we're going to check back in with Rob Navius at
Probably
the
an
Johnson Space
autofocus
Center
function.
one more time. Go ahead, Rob.
Never works.
Thank you, Sandra. You mentioned that continuous presence on board the International Space Station. We are approaching the point of the approach ellipsoid.
Oh, nice, Hawk. There you go.
which
So
will
yeah,
mark
Quinn
the end
Dark
of
tones
integrated
are
operations
grandfathered in, so
with
to
the
speak.
International Space Station and the flight control team here in Houston. Just a reminder, on board, 7 crew members representing 3 nations. Alexei Ovchinin, the station commander, and his Roscosmos colleagues.
Are you going to
Ivan
stream
Wagner
re-entry
and
and
Kirill
splashdown?
Peskov,
When did I say it is? 4 o'clock
Nicole
tomorrow
Ayers
for
and
me?
Don Pettit of NASA and Takuya Onishi.
4 o'clock
of the
tomorrow for
Japan
me.
Aerospace
Probably
Exploration
not.
Agency.
Maybe if I can
Sheenan,
swing work,
Wagner,
but it's
and Pettit
unfortunately
are next up to
not
depart the
after work,
station
so
on April 19th.
I would say probably
They are
not,
scheduled,
but maybe.
to return home.
I'll let you know.
To
You'll get the
descend from
notification.
Kazakhstan and a parachute-assisted landing on April 19th U.S. time, April 20th in Kazakhstan.
Autofocus
Before
is the
that
worst
happens,
thing to be
another
invented,
NASA
yeah.
astronaut Johnny Kim, along with 2 Roscosmos cosmonauts, will be launching from Baikonur on April 8th as that continuous presence of researchers on board the International Space Station continues unbroken. Sandra?
I like the commentary with NASA. He always does a great job with like his words and stuff.
And thank you so much, Rob, for that update. We really appreciate you
Rob,
joining
yeah.
us here as you spent your evening in Mission Control Houston. Again, we are continuing to get these
I
views
don't know
following
why
Dragon's
NASA's always
undocking from the
underdriven on their
International
audio.
Space Station at 10:05
It's so
p.m.
bad.
Pacific time. That sets us up for a splashdown tomorrow afternoon at 2:57 p.m. Pacific time off the coast of Florida.
Hawthorne time, that's why. I was like, why?
And so we did mention
2:57,
that the crew
but
was
Florida.
busy with a lot of science and research investigations during their time on board the International Space Station. That really is the whole point of the International Space Station, is to conduct science and research investigations, eventually leading to longer
Yeah,
duration
exactly,
missions to
Hawkalicious.
the moon and then
Into the
onto
clouds
Mars.
at 5,000 feet, you know? Paving the way for future generations. Like,
We're
it's
of course
always,
standing by for any
always
further
classic.
communications from Crew 9 on board Dragon Freedom at this time. But it's a great opportunity for us to comment on some of the amazing science that Crew 9 conducted while they were on board the station. In total, Crew 9 completed more than 150
Oh yeah, John
experiments,
Innsbrucker does a very good job
conducting
as
over
well.
900
He also has
hours
that way of
research.
speaking too.
Following their splashdown tomorrow, some of those time-sensitive experiments will be among the first offloaded off
Yeah,
the
John
capsule and then returned
Innsbrucker
to
does a
various
great job
research
commentary.
facilities across the country so that the science can continue.
And in addition to that
They didn't show the
science,
crew
they
cam?
also
Yeah, I know.
completed a few spacewalks, one of which was to actually
Well, technically
explore
now they are changing in out of their pressure suits after docking, so they are changing now. So I guess they could use some privacy, right? But yeah, I don't know why we did get one blip after separation of the crew compartment. But yeah, after that one blip of that camera angle, we haven't gotten it back.
remove that, which was a big milestone for NASA. And as you mentioned, over 530 hours specifically dedicated to NASA science between NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sunny Williams. So that just goes to show the great use that the microgravity lab has for science and research on the ground.
I still can't get over that fact that you shared that it has been almost 25 years of continuous operation on board the ISS. That's amazing.
Yes, over 270
Station
people.
on 2 for PMA 3 closeout photos.
Go ahead, Ann.
I just downlinked the card with all of the PMA 3 and IDA and Dragon Hatch photos, as well as Crew 9 departure. Those are on SSC 17.
I think she's talking to Anna McLean.
Copy 17.
She was Crew 10 commander. I think that's who she's talking to.
Also on 17, I did a whole series of kind of inspection documentation photos before departure, and then a series after departure per the instructions. So 2 different folders with before and after photos.
Talk about accumulating and downlinking photos and data from the Dragon set. Where did it go?
And that
it was there.
The voice of NASA astronaut Ann McLean, who is still on board the International Space Station, stepping through procedures with the ground to wrap up after undocking, taking some photography of the hatch that the team on the ground will inspect, make sure everything checks out just fine. So we are awaiting the confirmation that Crew Dragon Freedom has exited the approach ellipsoid. We're expecting that here in just a couple of seconds here, really. So we might hear that call out here shortly.
And again, if you're just joining us, the approach ellipsoid is a 3-dimensional ellipsoid measuring 4 kilometers by 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers in the same family as the keep-out sphere. One of the key differences with the AE is that vehicles outside of it have to be on what we call a 24-hour safe free drift trajectory, which means that the
Walking safety
spacecraft would
ellipse.
not cross into the approach ellipsoid for at least 24 hours again, even if it lost all maneuvering.
Essentially, it means
That's exactly right. So we'll continue to stand by for that. Now, you may be wondering, what will the crew be doing during their 17-hour phasing? You did hear the call out earlier that they had to go to doff or take off their spacesuits. So they'll get settled in, have the opportunity to have a meal, and try and get some sleep before their targeted splashdown off the coast of Florida tomorrow afternoon at 2:57 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow afternoon. So we are looking forward to
no
seeing them
smoking
splash
sign
off
in
the coast
Starship.
of Florida
That'd be
tomorrow.
pretty good. Even if it was just a joke. That seems like something the meme lord would do.
Ellipsoid exit should be hearing the call out any moment now, and that will really end the portion of integrated operations between the space station, Dragon, Hawthorne, Mission Control, and Mission Control Houston as well.
Freedom, SpaceX on the Big Loop. Dragon has now exited the approach ellipsoid and is on a 24-hour safe free drift path. Please make sure that comm is configured for Dragon to ground.
Nice. There we go. It's outside of that 4 kilometer by 2 kilometer ellipsoid.
And SpaceX Freedom on Dragon to ground. Understand we're at the approach ellipsoid, 24-hour free.
Cool. I was really hoping they'd get more shots from that zoomed in camera. That was actually really clean.
Good confirmations there, both from Mission Control and Dragon.
But they seem to be doing good. They've already done their departure burn there.
Confirmation that Dragon
0 and 1.
Freedom has now exited the approach ellipsoid, or AE, which is that imaginary shape that's 3-dimensional ellipsoid measuring 4 kilometers by 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers in the same family as the keep out sphere. So one of the key differences with the AE is that vehicles outside of it have to be on what we call that 24-hour safe free drift trajectory. This means that
You've already said this. You just said this. They're trying to fill up space. They're filling up space and, trying to fill the dead air. But there you go, chat. So that was Dragon separation. So like I said, they now have a 17-hour coast until they are basically coming back down for splashdown. Splashdown is quite literally 17 hours from now. So they have quite a bit of coast time before they jettison their trunk, which happens like right before atmospheric interface. Then they go through atmospheric interface, come down through parachutes. We'll have they're landing off the coast of Florida in the Gulf. And then, we'll have to see. 17 hours of in-flight movies. Yeah, just watch all the Lord of the Rings. How long is the Lord of the Rings? Like, I know it's not 17 hours, but isn't one of the movies like 4 hours or something like that? Isn't there a documentary that's like 16 hours long? And it's like the second longest film. Like 16 hours or something like that, and then the longest film is like 53 days, which is just like, why? But anyways, just throw one of those on. Director's cut is 13 hours or something. Yeah, there you go. Just throw on Lord of the Rings and watch them all the way through, and you're good. You'll be there right probably for the time you have to get suited up again and prepare for entry. Loader and Hobbit. Yeah, there you go. Put Hobbit in there as well, and you'll be just good. 21 hours for all 6 extended versions. Okay, now that's too much. We only got 17 hours. But anyways, chat. Oh, there's NASA's closing it down. So I was about to say that is going to have to probably do it for me, because it is now 11:30. I have work in the morning. And all that jazz. So yeah, happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We got our mission underway finally in Kerbal Space Program, where we reused a booster. Unfortunately, we did not get the booster back, but that is it's fine. It's fine. We'll get it back next time. But yeah, quick disclosure here. Remember, we do have crew splashdown at 5:57 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know if I'll be able to cover that because I'll still be working Mountain Time here. But if so, well, then I'll see you guys there. Y'all get the notification I'm going live. If not, I'm sure EJ will be streaming it. Is right in time with him. But yeah, other than that, chat, have a good weekend. Not weekend. Oh my God, it is late. It is late. Have a good Tuesday if I don't see you. And until next time, ta-ta for now.